Take two. That's right. Let's get the camera. Okay. So used price performance. We're going to look at it and why it's sort of going into this year, the latter half of this year, it's been so difficult with used price performance. Because 2 years ago, when I was banging this stuff, 4 years ago, I was just coming off Japan. When I was banging used price performance, man, there were deals everywhere. You could go on to your local place and pick up a part, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get that double price performance figure that we're looking at, ideally when you go with used, because you're carrying a risk that inherently isn't there with the new price performance. And of course, the stuff's used. Most likely, if it's an older generation, you're going to lose benefits of whether it's driver support or whether it's power efficiency. So there's plenty of reasons to state why used should be cheaper in general anyway. But we're going to pull up our benchmark again, minus the double looping audio. So thanks for pointing that out, bro. I got the young guy. He's good. He's pointing me out. He saved the stream. He saved me from myself, which I sometimes need people to do. So let's pull it up. 638 Aussie dollars, right? This is the benchmark because this is a 10100F, 1650 Super, H410 motherboard, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 memory, 2666 with H410, 120 gigabyte SSD, 1 terabyte hard drive, LED, red LED fan in that case, 500 watt power supply. And this will work. This will work really well. So here it is here. That's 638 Aussie. Now for you guys in the US, this is going to be about 400 and something USD. So this is the benchmark when we go on to Marketplace now. So we're going to type in GTX 1060, something that's used, performs similar to a 1650 Super. Let's have a look at the amazing deals that we got here. $220. Yeah, so $225 for this brand new Super. $220. So I'm not really seeing where the actual like deals are at the moment. So it's kind of hard. Okay. Yusuf, they're saying the stream's grainy as well. Can you see it?
Yeah, I mean, like, generates like up to his deck load, but like it's fine.
Okay. Right. So as long as you guys can see what's happening on the screen here.
Yeah, text is
So,
fine.
okay, cool. All right. So here we go here. We're going to pull up straight away. GTX 1060, 6 gigabyte, $220. We're going to go to the live deals cam here. Pull that up. Let's go. Okay, so this one right here, we're going $220, GTX 1060, 6 gigabyte. I mean, this is like the same price. And so this is the problem I'm having right now with the used market in general, is that it's just like, this stuff is just like, it's 1070, here it is. And I mean, these guys, like, I'm not gonna like, look, if the sellers are good on them. Like, you guys, like, if you're selling something, you want to get the most money you can for it, right? But it's just like the market itself. When I go on and do deals hunts lately, I've been doing things that are completely different to the mainstream 1060s, 1070s. And this is because it's just like the prices just aren't that good. So in general. So we've got here 1060. Let's pull up 1070 now. We'll search for a GTX 1070. And here it's $350. Then we got another 1060 for $200. So like ideally you want to be probably paying around $150, and that's 75%, or maybe coming in around 65% of a 1650 Super. And that's hitting that. Okay, it's used, it's given us decent price performance. It's still way over that 50% mark. But this is what the market is going for. People are buying up these 1060s and they're buying them up in droves. So I guess at the same time, we've got the used stuff, and it's just like, it's not really doing anything in terms of hitting that price performance mark. So I'm at a crossroads here, guys. I'm at a crossroads, right? And we're going to go to the big screen because I need you guys and your opinions in chat, because I've been speaking to a lot of people lately, and they've been telling me that the used market is just not what it's used to be. I got some guys messaging me on the dealer. They say they're selling up all their stuff. They're done. They're packing it up with the used price performance. And I mean, this is where I'm confused right now, because this stream is like, I'm a positive dude and I'm all about that positivity. But when there's no deals to be had, I can't really do deals going forward on used price performance. And so going forward, do you guys want to see more new content, like where we're just cookie cutting new builds together and making all this new stuff? Because at 638 bucks, I can probably put together this PC. At 638 bucks, I could probably put together this PC and then charge a build cost and all the other stuff and probably flip it for 850. And someone's still getting a new PC. They're getting pretty good price performance. They're getting something with a 10100 that's going to perform similar. It's going to perform like a 6700. And this is what we're seeing. The used market is kind of like, you know, it's difficult for me because I go out and I go on Marketplace and I'm looking for whatever I can and sticking to discipline. But it seems like there's this other avenue right now. It seems like people are going this way and they're like, yeah, I want to overpay for used parts. And that's the question I got. Like for the guys who are buying up 1066 gigabytes for 220 bucks, is there any of you guys out there in the comments? Are you buying these 1060s and then reflipping them in builds? Because I haven't really spoke to everyone I know on the coast here is always looking for a good deal. And so like this stuff, like when we look at, say in the past, I've seen parts hunts and I've seen these parts that are up for sale and the prices are there. Those listings, they end up going. But what I want to know is, do they go at these prices? Like is a 1070 still going for 350 bucks? Because if it is, whoever's buying it really isn't getting a good deal, especially since they take on that risk of used. Now, here's the funny thing. Like I had a guy call me up the other day and he said to me, like, Brian, dude, I had my 6700. You're not going to believe. Actually, that's you that's you, Brisbane IT Tech. That's my man. That's Brett. How you doing, dude? He's in the comments. He can tell you about his 6700. It went kabonkers. It's gone. That 6700 is no longer in existence. And he wasn't overclocking it. He wasn't thrashing it or anything like that. It's just gone. And that's a 6700. So that's the risk you run when you go with used price performance. You can get a CPU that at any given time, it can just go. And so that's what I'm having, like, this is sort of going forward. We're going to keep doing the used monthly parts hunts. That's always going to keep happening. That's always going to keep on. But I feel like we need to sort of focus on the new stuff now, which is weird because we're going to go back to the 638 because of what's going on the marketplace right now. And like we can move over to Gumtree and we can have a look here. 16 gigabytes of RAM used. This is the exact same stuff, right? This is the exact, this just came up out of nowhere, this one. We're seeing with the DDR4 memory is that at 70 bucks, this is Asgard as well. We had the brand new stuff here, I'm pretty sure, for 83 bucks. So like, you're still buying used memory for $70. It's same stuff, so 2666. So let's just type in GTX 1060. We'll see if we can actually see if we can find some good deals. Price for, oh, my man, he's firm on the price. He's got 150 bucks. That was like my threshold for a 1060, 6 gigabyte. My man has got, he's hooking up. Ray. All right, so tested and working. All right, so here's the first. If I was doing the deals hunt, this is how I do it, guys. I'd be putting down on this, okay? I'll be putting down on this. This is the first deal I've found so far. Let's keep on moving along and seeing what we can find. So usually I would just go through GTX, right? Max price of $200 because we want to sift out all the gaming PCs. No one's going to be selling a gaming PC with a GTX graphics card in it for under 200 bucks. So what you're doing is when you filter this right here, you're going to be filtering out a lot of the gaming PCs that come up. And so now we can just look at what parts are on the market and what bargains we can get. GTX 970, 150. I'm usually only paying 100 bucks for these. Again, you're looking at a card that is now 6 years old. Let that sink in for a second. 6 years old for a graphics card. It's starting to carry big risks. So yeah, the price performance of it, if in a perfect world, if that thing's going to last another 6 years, it's good, right? Even at 150 bucks is okay. But we're starting to move into the territory of, okay, this thing is really old and it's 3.5. But now we're going down 770. This is the same thing. It's like 90 bucks. You're getting a card that's even older now And the 7070 used up a bit more power than the 970. Wasn't as power efficient. So you're looking at a card that really you should be paying max maybe $70 for this thing. Max. Even that's even generous. So I'd say these two are overpriced. I'm going down here at 260. It's like, wow, why would you waste a good power supply on a graphics card like that? So we're going to skip that even at $15. GTX 960 ROG Strix 125. It's like, I'm guessing it's the 2GB model, not the 4GB model. GTX 980 WindForce. Okay, if you can get this for around 130, 140, that's not bad. I'll probably put in an offer of that later. GTX 772GB. Here's one here that's come up at a decent price. $50. I'd probably put in an offer of that. So there are some decent deals to be had, but you're finding that the stuff and the age of this stuff, there is a risk that I'm carrying right now on this stuff. So there's an inherent risk to all this. And that's the one thing when we're going to keep on talking about the risk here, because when you sell a PC, you want to kind of be guaranteeing that PC, because otherwise you'll be guaranteeing something that if you don't guarantee it, A, you're really destroying the used market and the reputation. And the second thing is that if you do like sell this stuff, it can come back to, man, karma is a bad thing. So try not to, I know a few guys, I heard some stories here on the Gold Coast. I heard one guy sold recently a GT 1030 PC for $1,000. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, damn, dude, like, damn, like, that's just like next level hosing. A GT 1030. And that's what I heard from the grapevine. And so what I'm thinking is, going forward, what's in the PC really doesn't matter as opposed to what's on the outside, and that's RGB. So we are going to go down that route and take a look at it with some experiments. But in the meantime, I'm still sticking to that discipline. So let's go through here. GTX 980. I mean, it's the anniversary gold edition, so I can kind of understand why this guy wants to get $200 for this, even though I don't really care about the limited edition in this sense, because I wouldn't be collecting this card personally. We got another 970 here for $150. 1050 Ti for $155. I'd be, hey, yeah, cool. Yeah, so all right, we'll go back through that. We got another 980 for $200 here, 970 for $150. 1050 Ti for $155. I'd be laying down again $100 on both of these, maybe 110 on 1050 Ti. This here, the anniversary edition, I don't really need that. So, yikers. Yikers. Here we have a 750 graphics card for sale. This one's not too bad. I mean, after the show's over, I'll probably whack in, or I can just take it on another screen. I'll just log in and whack in an offer. Hang on, you guys. We'll just log in and then whack on another beautiful offer on the good old Gumtree. Okay. I don't know.
Make sure the phone numbers don't pop up now that you signed in.
Yeah, that's what I gotta make sure. So I mean, we'll whack it. Yeah, we'll whack in $35. There we go. Everybody's happy. We'll whack in $35 for that. I mean, did they say price is firm on this 1050 Ti? Okay, found retail price to average around $215. Really? Okay. 1050 Ti. They're not even are they even retailing anymore?
They're not retailing 16 series.
There's a low profile. Okay, so there's a low profile for $206, but that's a low profile. That's for a completely different occasion. So I don't look. I'm not going to put in an offer because I just don't think he wants to go lower than 155. Like, I think my 110 is going to look at that and go, no way. No, I'm going to tell these guys here. Look, I'm going to tell these guys here. I'm going to put $100 down on these. And then this one here, I'm going to put down 40 on this. So here you go. $100. $100. So let's just go. We're going through the deals, guys. We're rapid fire here. We're rapid. Whoa. Okay, wait. Before I put down an offer of this thing, in perfect working order. I mean, damn. Wait, what do you guys think in chat? Do you guys think that thing's...
Somebody gave you a super chat.
Oh, cool. We have a super chat too. Ooh. Yeah, super chat. Just a second. Let me know what you guys think about this GPU. Should I put down an offer on this GPU? Should I do it? Is the question. I'm a bit nervous about this one. So we got, was it buying the bogan a beer?
Yeah.
I'll have a beer later. We actually got the 6800. We got the 6800 in, and that was we're doing a review on that now. The 6800. I'm gonna be giving that away. But yeah, like that's what I mean. From the photos, you can't tell like if that's just like erosion. Like there's a difference between Techie S loving and erosion. So a lot of the guys are saying pass. That's my gut reaction too. Is like this thing's on its last legs. So, yeah. Like my gut says it's just like you look at the bolts, they kind of look like they're rusted as well. Like see that one there? That's rusty dusty. So this thing's like had a hard life. So it just, yeah, like I'm gonna pass. Like that's what I mean. I gotta start trusting my gut, and I always have trust in my gut when it comes to this stuff. So like you guys have seen it live, right? I'm gonna pull that one. This one looks alright. Like the guy's like, yeah, okay, GTX 970 wind force. He looks like he's a straight up baller, this guy. So we're gonna go with that. The Strix, I mean, just the general presentation of these came off well. That one I was like, okay. I think he's showing you the back as the first photo because he's like, look, it still boots up, but so no, I don't want to put down an offer that one because again, you got to put it in a gaming PC to eventually flip it. So it's like what you're getting in, you got to get out. So you got to put out. So that one's we'll miss it. We'll give that one a skip stop. Okay, so we're gonna keep looking at these cards. We're gonna keep looking through here. 960 for 110. No, there's actually a big difference between the 960 and the 970 too. So that's about it. Like that's GTX. That's all there is. Like that's it, fellas. That is deals hunting for you. A couple of 9 series cards and a 7 series card for $200 and a 1060. Actually, we saw that 1060 before. That guy wasn't too bad. So he was all right. Like, look, I'm gonna throw in an offer because, I mean, he's the only guy who's actually priced his card pretty well. I'm just gonna say like, yo, can you 150 post it? Because you know you gotta post the thing. I'm not driving 120 kilometers for a card like that. So, and there's my email there too if you guys want to hit me up. TechScity@gmail. Pretty obvious. Anyway, back to Facebook. So, or we can check out some Ryzen deals too. Everyone's like, okay, bro, what about Ryzen? Like, you gotta be Ryzen it up. We'll expand that to $300 because maybe you want to get like a Ryzen 5 3600, a motherboard or something like that. He's got a motherboard. I'm not paying $200 for a motherboard because you're only gonna get that back on the high end when people like ask for that on the high end, right? So if you're looking at motherboards, let's talk about motherboards quickly because this is one thing. Like when it comes to flipping, you want to wait up. When it comes to motherboards, you want to be like, usually a lot of times you just want to be getting by with something that'll run with the stuff. Like don't get a motherboard with a, say a 5950X and then go with a B450 that could be throttling. That's just not cool. But say for instance, you're going to go put a Maximus Extreme in this build. You're not going to be getting your money back because no one really cares. It's like, okay, I want like a 3600. I want to couple it with a B450 or an X570. Even if I want an X570, they're not going to really care if it's the Maximus Extreme. So when you go to look for motherboards, don't go looking for the most expensive thing unless it's your personal build and you know you want to overclock and you want all those extra capabilities out of the motherboard. So when I look for motherboards, I'm usually looking for them either with a combo or something that's going to work and give out a balance, especially for the price performance. So let's get back to the deals hunting here. We got a little TV box. You guys want a little bit of a TV box? Actually, we'll quickly talk about before we get back to the deals. We'll quickly talk in the TV box here. You get that if you need a Windows 10 coupon code right here. This is today's video spot. They're making the channel like, dude, they're keeping the channel alive. Is SCD Keys, ASRock, and Corsair. These guys are the channel sponsors. They're keeping me alive during these tough times when the views are down and all that stuff. ASRock, Corsair, and SCD Keys. They're keeping us alive here. They're awesome sponsors too. Like I just recently blocked out a Manscaped sponsor spot because they sent the products over. I just didn't like it at all. So I'm like, look, I'm not doing this Manscaped sponsor spot.
Is it 30% off?
What was it? It's 30%. So BFTYC. Yeah. So you get that in, you whack that in. This is a BFTYC. Whack that in, you get a 30% discount. This is for the month of November and December. And I'll just show that now, actually. So we did this and we said to Manscaped, I was just like, look, I tried their products and I didn't believe in it. So when I do sponsor spots for you guys, I'm only going to do products that I believe in. And so this is one of those, they're retail keys. We've tested these out. They're good. And so that's just what we're about. We do sponsor spot plugs, but they're legit. They're keeping it real for you guys. Let's move back to the, hopefully the scene is here. We'll get back to the deals hunts right about now. And then there's Corsair with the Wave 3. This is the microphone I'm using right now. I absolutely love this thing. Besides me doing background stuff with the audio loops, this mic's been an absolute champion. Never pops those P's. It never like clips or anything like that. So it's just a really good mic if you want to get into doing voiceovers and really giving your viewers a good experience with the audios. So let's get back to, we're going over to Gumtree. We're going to look at some Ryzen stuff right now because everyone's like, okay, Ryzen's it at the moment. And I'd say Ryzen's in like a weird spot right now because Intel are coming back. Like the 10100F, let's pull up this quickly for a second before we look at Ryzen. We'll quickly talk about this one. 10100F, $119. 3100, this is where I'm at. Ryzen 3 3100. We got $159. That's a difference of $40 right now between AMD's 4-core and Intel's 4-core 8-thread. So they're both 4 cores, 8 threads, both relevant CPUs, extremely relevant. But don't ignore what's out there, right? Don't go to one brand and say, I'm going this brand because of the brand. Like, I'm telling you now, man, those brands, they ain't going to cook your breakfast. And if they are, I want to come over your place and start having breakfast with you. But let's continue through the Ryzen deals. So we got B450 Aorus Elite. I think that's the price. It is brand new. Oh, it is brand new. So yeah, okay, there it is. It's just basically selling it brand new on Gumtree, which is kind of weird. I mean, hey, if you get sales off that, good on you. We got a 6400 here, $200. Like, don't even know what to do, man. I don't even know what to do for you guys. Like, $200 for a 6400. This one, I don't know how much time I've wasted of my life looking at deals like these, just seeing them come through. And of course, he's upgraded to a Ryzen 5 2600. Yeah, and you can get a Ryzen. That's what he says in the text here. You can get a Ryzen 5 2600 for less than $200. So he should have just said in the ad, guys, I want to upgrade. No, I want to upgrade, and you guys pay the difference. And then we got 2700X again. It's like 2700X's second gen is with third gen coming into the used scene. Like I picked up a Ryzen 5 3600. I posted a photo on Instagram. We actually got that deal in the parts hunt yesterday. We got that in the deals hunt. And so that was 3600 deals are coming up and they're really good. And honestly, I'd rather 3000 than 2000 if you can afford that premium. It's going to be a very good buy if you can get that. So here's our 2600s. They're kind of hitting at that point where I would try and personally get a 3700X for around 250 or under and a 2600 for around 160. That's about my going rates for them. So when I don't see them coming up at those prices, I kind of, I don't know. We'll go i5 anyway. Take a look at what's on the i5 agenda. Oh, nope. We're just going to go through these and then we'll get on to Facebook Marketplace and then we'll go over to chat. We'll talk with you guys after we go through some deals here. If there's anything you guys want to see us look for as well, drop a comment too if you want to see us look for some of these parts. Because yeah, there's laptops. And like thing about laptops is I don't really do laptops. Laptops are one of those things where, man, you got to know a good supplier for laptops, which I do know a good supplier for laptops, except Les is already cleaning this guy out every chance he gets. So there's your laptop deals. Les is just like, as soon as a laptop comes up, Les is all on that. The HP Pro Des, I'd be paying 100 max. That is Les, I think. That is already Les, I can tell. But Les is just like, he knows his Pro Des market. So Les is owning the i5 market here. Shout out to Les. But yeah, i5 market ain't looking too good. Man, these deals, guys, these deals. We're going through them. These deals. What deals? i5 9400F. Again, like, honestly, I would rather a 10100 brand new for 119 bucks than a 10. I mean, 6 cores versus 4 cores, 8 threads. Kind of like they do sort of balance each other out. I think the 9400F will perform a bit better than the 10100F, but still, it's used. So 10600, 2400F, that's okay. I mean, it's new and unopened. That's not too bad. I mean, see if we take 190. So there's just little Wesley snipes there on the deals. So could you look at R9 390s? Okay, we'll check it out. We'll have a look for R9 390s with you guys. So we're just showing you, like, generally, like, the whole point is, like, I used to come on and I used to go on Gumtree and Facebook when I did the parts hunts, even like 2017, 2018, and it was just a treasure trove of parts, man. Like, you could find a PC at any price point and get really good price performance. But I'm just showing you guys how tough it is right now to kind of sniff out a good deal. And so if we do find a good deal, then we will pounce on it. But we've gone through the Ryzen. There really wasn't anything like amazing there. We're going through the i5, and there's just nothing that's really popping out except a brand new 10400. We will move on to the i7 and see what the i7 has installed for us. Yeah, we'll go back. We'll switch the scene back. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm reading the comments. I see you guys. We got the R9 II. We'll go over to chat soon. We're just going to finish off like a deals hunt, how I would do it in the parts hunt, sort of checking out all the different locations, different areas, seeing what deals pop up. And this is what we're faced with. 250 bucks for a motherboard, 16 gig of RAM, 3700. And again, we're going to go back to that 16 gigabytes of DDR4 10100F deal with the H410. That's coming in right around this price range, and it's brand new. So this is why deals like this, they might look good on the surface for some people. And this, like, I'm sure this guy will sell this. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy will sell it probably for 200 bucks. I just wouldn't pay anywhere near that. I'd pay 150 bucks for something like this. And so that's where maybe my differences are coming into used price performance different than other people. Other people are buying this i7 combo, putting into the gaming PC with fancy RGB lights, smacking i7 on the title, putting 16 gigabytes of RAM in there, but not even putting DDR3. And just sort of like tricking someone. So I trust me when I say I know what's going on when it comes to flipping PCs. I just I refuse to be like, I don't believe, and again, this is what I was saying in the yesterday's parts hunt. I don't know which way you guys want me to go with used parts, because this market is becoming something different than it otherwise was. So we're going to move over now to Marketplace. So we've found a few good old 9 series and 7 series deals. We found a 10400F potentially. Let's keep going through now and seeing what we can get. Maybe there's some old FX deals or something like that. FX, AMD FX. You never know. You might be able to get a banger combo on an FX chip or something like that. So not sure how well anything works. Okay. Oh no, that's not even, is that even FX? I mean, the chipset would be FX, but the CPU is an A8 6600. I can't really do much with that. We got R9 390, 200 bucks though. You guys looking for R9 390s? I wouldn't put down 200 bucks on an R9 390. I'd put, like, honestly, R9 390s and 290s should be coming around 100 bucks. So it's just like, yeah, that's someone in the comments like, I hate being scummy. Yeah, like there's a difference between like making money and even making good profits on a flip, right? And then there's a difference between that and being like a scum. Like, yeah, being like really sort of like, it's not like, you're not like a scammer, right? Like, you're not scamming people, but you kind of like, you're in that level of like, you know, do you want to be in that level? Like, I mean, yeah, it's borderline scamming. Some people do this stuff on like selling PCs, borderline scamming. I just refuse to go there. But Let's just keep going through. We'll go through Ryzen. Let's have a look. I sold a Ryzen PC earlier today, actually. So I was pretty good. We sold the Ryzen RTX 2060 and Ryzen 5 2600. Someone came and picked it up. They were like super happy with it. They were like, man, amazing PC. This isn't too bad. 32 gig of RAM, 5700 XT. I mean, the cable management, man, like, dude, that cable management and the orientation of the cooler, like, this has got some good specs in it. And this stuff is pretty good, but you need to like work on this stuff, brother. Like, this is just yikes. Anyway, need to really work on that one. But that's not a bad PC. Like, if someone knew how to do like clean that thing up, that would be pretty good if you wanted it for yourself. You put in, say, $1,000 offer, you might get a good deal there. That's if you're looking for a gaming PC for Christmas, providing it all works. But we got Ryzen, we got the same situation going on here. 3800X, 450 bucks, no thanks. 3700X, 400 bucks. 2700X, 280. This one's okay. This one's coming in around that price point. So I might just say like 150 on this one. So that's 2600. It's not bad. And he said he's owned it for a year. Comes with a cooler. So we'll drop down an offer of 150. So why not? Let's just keep moving. Let's keep moving through. So we found one Ryzen CPU 2600 for 150 Aussie. It's kind of okay. Like, again, that's kind of like market rates. When we look at AliExpress, what you can get a Ryzen 5 2600 for, it's pretty much the same price, but I'm not paying the GST taxes and the import fees and the shipping costs. So that's what we're looking at there. Okay, Ryzen's pretty much been done. Let's go through i5. I mean, we should check out like,
DDR4, SSDs, all those things that are just...
yeah, we'll check out some DDR4. Yeah, we'll go through that. i5, I'm gonna tell you straight away, like, okay, damn, man. No comment. I'm just going no comment here. No comment. Okay, this is like someone's offering an i5 RX 580, 16 gig of RAM. Let's bring in some value with some RGB. Competition's getting stiff too. That's one thing too. Competition's getting stiff too. People are hungry. Like, people who regularly sell gaming PCs are getting hungry too. So that's one thing about the marketplace is, you know, and I like a good old competitive marketplace, but the deals just aren't there. Like, there's no deals popping up. So let's say i5 is completely gone skis. We just got guys selling PCs in the i5 region there. Let's have a look at i7. Wow. Let's see if we can sift through some stuff here. Nope. 7700K. Trying to replace my second PC. Looking for oh, so he's looking for one. Okay. 111 bucks. I was like, okay, that's all right. If we put in a $100 offer on that, that's okay. I'd get a 7700K for $100 or something. But he's looking for one for 111 bucks. i7, I've got i7 X58 CPUs for days. What's this one about? 61, oh no. 6100 H110. I mean, it's got 16 gig of RAM, but again, it's like, they've dropped it down to 250 to 180. They want to get rid of it, but like, again, another thing is I don't really want to lowball too. Like, you know, like I'd put in a $100 offer on this. That was it. Because I think I've got like an i5 6th gen sitting around that I could pop in there. But yeah, then you get 16 gigabytes of RAM, H110 motherboard, and an i3. But $100 is what I'd pay. So depends. Other than that, yeah. So the market is gone skis on the i5, the Ryzen searches, the DDR4 memory. Let's have a look. DDR4. What's coming up here? Nothing standoutish. If you can get used 16 gigabyte kits for 50 bucks, which you've done in the recent parts hunts, that's definitely a worthy purchase. But what we're seeing here is kind of like the RAM's coming around market rate. Now, one thing with RAM is, I'll tell you guys straight up with RAM. We'll go over to the big screen here. One thing with RAM is that there is a chance that RAM will be faulty. Like, I've bought a heap of used RAM in the past, and I'd say 1 in every 10 sticks, if I was to give you guys just a statistic off the top of my head, 1 in every 10 sticks would be faulty. And so I think some of the guys probably just upgrade their PCs. They might toss it aside so they don't even know it's faulty. But then other guys might like say, okay, this one is just randomly shutting down. They've upgraded their PC and they don't know what the problem is, but they're selling off the parts individually. So I've come into some faulty RAM. It is quite common. So again, you run that risk when you're buying GPUs and used RAM. Hard drives are super easy to check. If you're buying used hard drives, you can run Crystal Disk Info. You can check out the health of the drives, how well they're running. For instance, I got some 960 Pros off eBay, 512 gigabyte versions. We paid 290 Aussie dollars for 4 of these drives. Absolutely phenomenal deal. They had about 10,000 hours usage, but the terabytes written was like, I think it was 7 terabytes written in total. Absolutely nothing. So when you check out drives, we can do a whole drives video in the future if you guys want to look for used drives and what to look out for and how to get good deals on drives. But when it comes to RAM, and we'll move back to RAM. When it comes to RAM, you kind of like doing yourself in if you get faulty RAM. Now, Marco makes a good point. Some RAM have lifetime warranties. If it's broken yet under warranty, ka-ching. One thing about that, Marco, is some of the brands are no longer even in business anymore, and then some of the brands don't even have like support where you are locally. So you've got to go through so many hoops. So Marco's living in Taiwan. He's got access to like all the servicing centers there. It's super easy in Taiwan. But in Australia, you walk into a store and you're like, where do you even start? Because they'll be like, oh, you know, say for instance, you got DDR3 memory with lifetime warranty. The store's just going to look at you like, did you buy it from here? And you're like, yeah. And then they're going to say, well, where's your receipt? Oh, 5 years ago, I lost it. Then you'll be like, well, mate, we can't help you. We don't even know if you bought it from here or not. So lifetime warranties are kind of a little bit, if you put it that way. So it depends. But we're getting some super chat. Hey you, Jack Dixon, thank you very much. And PC Tech Hustle, my first live stream interaction. Heck yeah. Love you, Brian. One tech hustler to another. Yeah, we're doing this, man. We're doing this. But I'm just pointing out, like, at the moment, I feel like I've got to go down more of the new avenue, right? You know, we put together, I think it was 2 months ago, we put together a Ryzen cookie cutter build. I think it was a Ryzen 3100, and it might have been a 1660 Super off the top of my head. And we put that together for like 800 Aussie dollars, and that thing sold so easy. And I made a nice little profit on that. And that was new, that was just easy. It was all there was no hassles. I went down to literally like one store, picked up all the stuff. So like, that's kind of like the used competition, like the used market has to compete with that, right? So I'm trying to find the deals here, and we're just not finding a whole lot, put it this way. So would I buy any of this memory here? I'd probably honestly, I'd put down these first few ones coming up here aren't actually that bad. So they're a bit of a drive. Would I drive an hour for just a 16 gigabyte kit of RAM? Probably not. But these two here on the Gold, there's 2 of them on the Gold Coast here. I'll put down like 55 bucks. Oh wait, I've already messaged this guy about his RAM. He was firm. Yeah, moving. This is from last month's part hunt. He didn't sell his RAM. Okay. All right. Oops. I messaged him last month. He didn't sell his RAM yet. Has he dropped the price? I think he's dropped the price. Should I be like, yo, 60 bucks. I'll message him again. Yeah, 60, bro. All right, 60, bro. Yeah, just see what he's. Just 60 cash, man. Cash in your hand. I messaged him last month. So hopefully he takes the 60. I'm not going to go to Brisbane for the RAM. We'll go to this one. We'll see. Hey, how you doing? Pick up in... That's only down the road from me. I'll say 55. Cash. We'll see what they say. See what they say. We got 55 cash on this one right here. So we are making the conversation... Like, there's got to be a little bit of privacy even on a live stream. We're making the conversation a little bit private, but I put down 60 and we put down 55. Big spenders here on the rest. Okay, they already got back to me. Not 55, sorry. 60? That's the highest I'm prepared to go. Okay, that's the highest I'm prepared to go. I'm not going any higher than 60 for this RAMs. I'm not ramming my wallet too hard. I gotta take it easy. So SSDs, let's have a look. SSD, we'll just type in SSD. Because, oh no, we're probably going to get a heap of gaming PCs coming up. Let's just do, yeah, we're doing a $200 max. So we'll have a look here. 1 terabyte Samsung 850 Evo. Okay, this is where things are starting to get pretty good. I'll put down like 90 cash because you can always use that works perfectly. I mean, we can put that to the test. We'll take the gamble on that for 90. If we can get that for 90 Aussie, which would be like maybe 65 US or something like that, that's pretty good. We'll take a look at some cases too, but generally with cases, you got to be careful, man. Like I've had so many cases, and this is the one thing, we'll go over the big screen. Cases is one of those things where it's like, you can get a case and it looks great, but then you go to click the power button, and I don't know if you guys have had this before, and the power button is just munted. And it's like, it's almost embarrassing. I mean, the way you fix it is you then use it on a low end build and you switch the reset button for the power button, and you just say to the person buying it, look, man, build's pretty cheap. Instead of this is your power button, and you're pointing to the reset button. That's how you get around that one. Little bit of a trick. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know that if you've been reselling or buying PCs, but that's that one. So cases, we'll take a look at cases after this. You guys are demanding the cases, but let's have a look through the SSDs here. 480 gig, 90 bucks. Let's go back to the big screen. And nah, we'll skip on that. These are Evos. And the one thing about Evos, you gotta be careful with Evos, guys, is Evos are TLC, right? TLC is TLC. MLC, pay the premium for MLC, especially if you're doing heavy like disk work. If you're like loading up 100 gigabytes of video footage, raw files, anything that's big file sizes, grab yourself an MLC drive. You'll thank me later. CNC background music. We'll do that on the next live stream. I got everything set up. Thanks for the super chat, Kev, too. Thanks, dude. We'll do that on next live stream. We'll do CNC, just a whole run through on background music.
TLC should be fine for gaming.
Yeah, TLC is fine for gaming. Yeah, TLC is absolutely fine for gaming. Now, PCI 4.0 NVMe SSDs, are they worth it? Again, it comes down to the TLC factor. Are these drives TLC? Because what they're doing with a lot of these PCIe 4 drives is they're just putting these big cache portions on there, and then they're getting the speeds out of the benchmarks. So like, it's one of those things where I'm actually using 860 Pros over SATA 3 in RAID 0, and my editing experience, I crap you not, it's the best editing experience I've ever had. So you got to look in. I'm going to be looking into SLC drives as well for editing videos, because it's just insane. Oh, they're too much, man. Be like my Christmas wish list would be like an SLC drive. That'd be like my wish list. So, yeah. So I'm learning so much for the chat. Yeah, you guys hang out with chat. Just take it easier, right? No stress, right? We started off this stream with a few technical difficulties. I do apologize for that, but we fixed it all up. But hang around, relax a little bit. We're going to talk about used parts a little bit more as we go forward. And we're talking in chat. You guys have always got to get the stuff crack-a-lacking. And these shirts, man, this was the business. If you guys are wondering about the shirts, this is the ones that I picked up. It was almost like, how long ago was that video, dude? When we picked up, me and Dadman went and picked up the... No, way more than a few months. It's like over a year ago, I'm pretty sure now. Yeah, dude. So I got this. This is one of them free shirts. Yeah, I own Freshly Steezed. That's my new business that I acquired for a gaming PC. So I acquired a business and these shirts were in there, man. I was loving these shirts. Yeah, so it was over a year ago. Memory's good. 2019. Yeah, so 1 year, 4 months or 5 months ago. Wow. That's how long it's been since I've acquired Freshly Steezed. So, that's it, guys.
How long since you've bought a new shirt?
I haven't bought a new shirt ever since I acquired this business. For a gaming PC, mind you. RTX 2070 gaming PC. How good was that? So anyway, we're going to continue over here. 240 gig SSD. Nope. Let's have a look. Let's keep going through. We're just going to round robin it. 2 terabyte hard drive. No. External hard drive. That's not too bad. If that works, like if you need an external hard drive, that's not a bad price. Like if I needed an external hard drive, I'd probably go pick that up. Just say, look, 25 bucks, try and shave 4 off. The SM Blues, they're 139 new, I think. So that's about the price they're going for new.
That W
Yeah.
was probably 5400 RPM.
Okay. Let's check out R9 Radeon. People wanted in the chat to check out R9 Radeon. We'll check it out. I think it was 390s and 290s. But no. Let's keep scanning through this. Nothing here that I'd go for, guys. Like nothing there in the R9. Yeah, this 370, that's sort of like, this 370 is like cutting it close. I would pick this up. I would pick this up for maybe like, I'd go in at maybe, I'd get this for 50 bucks Aussie. Like that's not a bad deal. Like I can make that work. I'll put in an offer down to 50. See what he says. But he's in Narangba. That's real. I'd have to get a friend to pick that up north. So yeah, that's far up north, man. So there's one. I found one in the R7. We'll go to the Gumtree and then we'll check out. People wanted us to look for cases. People don't want to go to chat. They want to see the live, like looking for deals. I'm up for this, man. I love looking for deals. You guys are providing the energies. Vegas. Yeah, we'll check out Vegas quickly too. We'll go to Vegas. You guys are like in the chat. Vega. Thing about Vega is you got to understand these things are hard to power, man. So there's 300 bucks there. Like they're the limited editions. Like Vegas, I've been close to getting Vegas, but it was only in the USA. When I was over in the US, I didn't have a car, but I negotiated and then I tried to borrow someone's car because I was at the AMD event. And I'm just asking guys at the AMD event, I'm like, yo, can I borrow a car from someone? And everyone's like, no. I mean, rightfully so. Like, I've only really met a lot of these guys online. And I was like, you know, because I wanted to go out for a deals hunt when I was in doing the AMD live when we were over there for, I think it was Ryzen 3000 launch or something.
Wouldn't that be Frederick?
This is ages ago. This is when I was over. This is way before COVID and everything. So I was over there and I was just asking people like, yo, can I go over there? Can I just go borrow someone's car and do a deals hunt? Because I didn't have a car. I was only there for 3 days. And we found over there, I was like negotiating Vega deals and they were hot, man. Vega, like if you're in California, Vega, you can get a good price on Vega. Over here, like 300 Aussie for a Vega 64 now, you're getting in that territory of like, I guess that's 1080 performance, is it? Like, is Vega would be 1080 Ti close to now, wouldn't it? It's not too bad. But you are dealing with a very hot car. Like this thing consumes power. I mean, like look, I'll go down, I'll offer him 250. Like 250's fair. I'll say 250. There we go. I'll offer the dude 250. And I'll just, you know, I'll see what he says. If he's keen on 250 for this one, I'll go for it. That's limited edition. That's pretty good in my eyes. So there's a Vega deal there. We found that one. So we got a super chat. Thanks, Matt. He says, Aussie. Oi. Oi. I know it's more of a car show burnout thing, but I appreciate what you're doing. Also, I'm from the East Coast of USA. Okay, cool. Cool, man. Thanks for the super chat, brother. Let's keep going with these deals hunts. I'm a bit more relaxed now. At the start of this, I didn't know how this stream was going to go the more I went into it, but it's kind of cool. You guys are like requesting what you want me to look for. And I'm just like, I'm going for it now. So we'll get back to Gumtree here, R9 Radeon, and we'll see what comes up. 290X, like, nope. 280, no. I do have 300 bucks, but again, you wouldn't pay more for an R9 or an R7 for $300 anyway, so that cap is pretty good. I've already put down an offer on this one, actually. Like, some of the deals, like, I do the parts hunts, and especially yesterday's parts hunts, I did throw down some deals on some of these that... I did throw some offers down on some of this stuff. And I just didn't talk about it because I didn't want to blow out that yesterday's parts hunt more than it needed to be blown out. But some of these deals here, I do put offers down. But if they're just like, if the person doesn't even get back to us unresponsive, or they just say like no, completely flat out no, then I'm not going to bother with it. So let's have a look at Vega. So people are advertising. Yeah, I mean, they do have the Vega graphics in them. Fair enough. Vega 56, no. So there's that limited edition, right? We found that limited edition. That was pretty good. That limited edition was pretty good. What we found before. That was the Vega card that we whacked down on. But let's have a look at cases now. This will be the last request. Then we'll move over to chat for you guys. 2080 Ti. Now, here's the thing. We got a super chat here from Andre. Thanks, dude. I've been trying to reach you by email, but no reply. Oh, sorry, man. Like, my email's like, yeah. This is one thing about putting your business email and stuff out there. Look, you got to sift through, like, you've got your regular contacts, and all the guys at contacts just put the priority thing there. And then a lot of it does get chucked into junk mail. Sorry, dude, if I missed your email. Like, I'm sorry about that, hey. Thanks for the super chat, Andre. But do just... Okay, if you want to, yeah, join our Discord as well. But if you want to send me an email, just put like in the put it in caps in the title. Just put tech yes, tech yes, tech yes, tech yes, tech yes, and in the subject, and I should be able to see it. Then I'm like, okay, this guy really wants to get a hold of me. So, Fear Tech asks, can I donate parts? Yeah, we're going to be doing hopefully before the end of this year, we'll be doing a can yes fix it again. So, I've got the PO box. I'll actually drop it in the description for you in this video. Or Yusuf, you can do you have the PO box? PO box 546, yeah. Meringue 4211. Yeah, sweet as. Yusuf will drop in the PO box for you. Let's look at these cases though. We got right here. You guys wanted us to take a look at cases. Now, I've already picked up. So retro. Ooh. Oh, let's have a look at this. Dude, like, are you seeing? Is anyone else? House. Woohoo. Hell, how you do? How you doing? How you do? Like, I don't know, is it just me or is like, am I liking this? I mean, look, he's charging $100. He's charging $100, but I haven't seen a case like this before. This is exciting. Thanks for the suggestion to look for some ATX cases here. I like the Samurai 908. That is, yeah, is that just, is someone saying like, that's a sexy case? I reckon it's sexy. Let's see if he's got more photos here. Oh man, look at that back. Whoo. I don't even know what that is. Like one of the coolest cases I've seen. Like for a while, it's just different, right? And you don't get these cases anymore because they wouldn't mass bring them to market. Like they're not going to bring that to market.
Not enough profit.
I mean, I would buy that, but I'd only buy it for $20. Like being real, like because I still like to stick to the price performance stuff. But that is a cool case. $100. $100, man. He's asking $100. But I must admit, for a 15-year-old case, he's kept this thing in good nick. So, someone's saying 40. Yeah, I'm doing 20. I am living in 2005, man. You should see my like Spotify playlist. It predates to the 80s. 80s, like I'd say anything up. But actually, there has been a few good bands that we've been rocking through lately. It's mainly to do with metal. And it's not like mainstream either. Like there's been some really good metal music that's just been suggested to me. And I'm like, yeah, I got to get that rocking. We'll be doing later on in the month. We'll be probably trying to put some of that music in and hopefully not get striked.
Well, see, people will ask you for your playlist. We'll
Okay.
Make a playlist.
Yeah, all right. We'll make a Tech Yes playlist for you guys. And then we'll drop all the stuff that I'm banging, whether it's working out, doing deals, building PCs. I've always got music cracking, man. That's why we've got the 5.1 in here. We've got the 2.1. I'm not much of a headphone user personally, but like when we got the speakers blasting like 24/7. Always got to have music. Problem is you can't do it when you live stream. You get your whole channel will get taken down.
Speaking of the speakers, see if there's any Logitech deals.
Oh yeah, Logitech speakers. Yeah, but I mean I don't need any now. We've already decked out the studio.
See if there's any
Oh, just like homage to Logitech.
good deals.
Yeah, we'll just pay homage to Logitech. Logitech Z. Let's have a look. Z5 or 6. Nah, they're not the ones you want to go for. You want to go for the Z263, I think, and the Z906. Let's have a look. Nah, there's nothing. But we'll get back to cases. Sorry, rudely interrupted there with my obsession. R7 II. So, okay, so one guy got back to us with the R7 370. He said $50 is okay. So that's pretty cool. We'll do that. And let's keep looking through these cases. So this one popped out to me. That was the pop out. This one here, I've built in this thing, and man, like I'm not too like yeah, this one's got scratches on it and stuff. So like, I mean, I love this front panel right here. That is pretty cool. But like a scratched up one. Oh, Dan the man. Dan the man, shout out. Wonder if Dan's watching. That's Dan the man selling that case. So Erical Strike X. That's brand new in the box. Okay. That's not bad. Okay. It's pretty much brand new. Definitely brand new. Wait, no, he says it's lightly used. Why has it still got the plastic on it? Okay. I've never seen someone use a case before and just keep the plastic on it. Has anyone in the comments ever done that or seen that? Like, that's actually the first time I've seen someone like use a case properly. That's been properly used. Now I look at the photos.
It says he hasn't got the buckboard mounting screws in it either. So like,
Okay,
how do you lightly use that?
that ain't worth 40 bucks. Like, I would like, I get like, I see that stuff. Like people who are dumping, like last night we picked up the Ryzen 5 3600 deal, right? We picked up the Ryzen 5 3600 deal. Yeah, the guy just gave me 2 cases. He's like, dude, I'm clearing out my garage. And he just gave me 2 cases last night. So cases aren't one of those things that's in, like, if you're gonna buy a scuffed up case, don't buy it. Because you're probably gonna, if you're picking up other deals, you're probably going to get people just giving you scuffed up cases. So I got 2 of them last night. There was a thermal take and a bit Phoenix. And we just got given to us. So I was like, yeah, I'll take them. I'll put them aside. But let's get back to this one. So cases on Facebook, really, like, I'm not digging this at the moment. I mean, someone might like this. I know some of you guys love these old Cooler Master cases. This one's the Cosmos, I think.
Oh, I love them. The big.
They're huge. Like, that's a proper hernia magnet.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking to get a hernia, this one will do it. And the old fractal cases too. Like just mass metal, like huge amount of metal.
They're like proper steel. Like you pick them up, you throw it back out.
Yeah. If you guys are interested in throwing your back out, here's the case to do it. This one will do it. Throw your back out with a Cooler Master Cosmos. They have been packing a lot less. Metal in their cases nowadays. But that's it.
No, now they've got the curved tempered glass, so that's different kind of cool.
That's an interesting case, a Raven. I mean, if I was doing an APU build or something, that'd be pretty cool. That's pretty neat. But again, I don't know. All right, that's Gumtree. Does anyone like really want me to check out any of these cases? Because I'm just like, nothing's popping out to me here. Nothing's popping out. It's not popping on Facebook, put it that way. We'll go over here, ATX case. Okay. All right. Cases, ATX case. Gumtree, this is the final deals hunt. This is the final deals hunt. And then we'll go over to chat. We'll just chat with you guys straight up. Let's have a look. NZXT H510. Oh, I like you. Look, anything with NZXT and H500 series, you're putting down $100 on that. Because you put some RGB in that thing, people go crazy for it. So he's got my $100 offer. That's Aussie as well. So you guys in the States, you've got the H510s. You got the H510s, and they're a good price over in the US. Over in the Aussie, they're about 140, I think. They're 140 new.
Because the H510 was acrylic, and then the H510 was tempered glass, I think.
I don't know my NZXTs.
I had one, and it was acrylic, and it was the same name.
I just don't know my NZXT cases too well. I just know they sell well. Like, so.
As long as it's tempered glass, it'll sell.
Okay, we got super chat quickly. So it's from Andre again. Thanks, dude. I sent the email as subscribed. Otherwise, love your show and love that you give tech a new life. Yeah, man. That's another thing too. That is a benefit of going with used, right? I do have a affinity to use stuff. What's that word I'm looking for? Yeah. Yeah. I do love my used price performance. Yeah, and I like, it's just like, honestly guys, we'll go over the big screen before we check out the rest of these cases. It is getting me down, all right? It is getting me down that I'm seeing the used market the way it is. Like, people know, like, and this is the thing, I can't hate on the sellers for trying to get more money, right? So COVID's a tough situation. COVID's crap. People need money. But the used market's just not what it used to be. And so here I am, like, I'm going hard, even on a live stream for you guys, trying to find deals. But I just am, like, I'm coming up way empty than what I used to, man. If you check out some of the deals hunts that I was doing a couple of years ago, we were just on fire, constantly on fire. We were just like, boom, binging it. We were bing, 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 off one place to another to another. We're just constantly fire. We had it all lined up. People were just keen to sell their stuff at what I'd consider market. But now it looks like there's this whole second train of used stuff And it's like people just like, okay, I know what my used stuff is worth because people are paying that. And we're going to go back to the GTX 1060 argument, which we went on before. The GTX 1060 argument is everything. The GTX 1060 argument states everything, right? 1650 Super, $225, brand new, just down the road, no hassles, go pick it up, got warranty. The 1066 gigabyte should be where I am, $150. So we found one guy selling at that price point, and he was like 120 kilometers away. So I got to get him to post it. But that's the 1060 argument. It's like the Big Mac index, right? If you're looking at the purchasing power of a currency, we're now, from this live stream, is going to birth the GTX 1060 index.
It's like,
because I think it was the most. Is it the?
How much is it 1060s worth?
Isn't that the most popular card on Steam?
Yes, it is.
Yes, perfect. Okay, there it is. That is a new. We're birthing that, the GTX 1060 index. That's going to tell you how good the used market is versus the new market, just on average, right? Completely, just an average tandem here. So of course,
1060 has 10% of the entire global market
on dedicated GPUs. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's huge. Okay, so 10% of all GPUs sold, guys. Well, like dedicated. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, used on Steam. Dedicated GPUs is 1060s. So we were checking for 1070s before. They were rip off in the chat. There's also another chat as well. Oh, thanks for the super chat. Have this for your trouble. My PC is cursed. If your PC is cursed, you should be saving your money, man, and upgrading it. Don't give it to me. I sent an email as described. Otherwise, love your show. Sorry, there was a question after that. Opinions on the 4000D. That's right, because Corsair, like, dude, Corsair are a channel sponsor. I love Corsair, but 4000D is legit. We got one here. What do you think of the 4000D?
I mean, like, I would have liked more RGB.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. We're gonna shut him up right there. Okay.
Nice.
He wanted more RGB. So there you go. If you're an RGB lover, maybe the 4000D isn't your kettlefish. But I think it's just such a nice case to build in. The aesthetic's so clean. It's a clean case, and that's it. So that's why I like my opinions on the 4000D is actually, it's like one of my favorite Corsair cases in a long time, and that's coming from an Air 540 guy. Air 540 was actually probably my favorite case before that. So let's keep looking through these cases though. We'll get back to the cases. Then we're going to go over the chat. We're going to go over the chat for you guys and have a little chat. So we got that NZXT case. We banged on that. And right before, speaking of this, my Air 540, why did I not see you earlier, Air 540? Here you are. 50 big ones. Let's see if Gavin is going to take the 50. Gavin, mate, it is your lucky day. I have a pineapple. So in Australia, guys, we call it a pineapple. I have told Gavin, Gav, mate, you want this pineapple, mate? It's coming your way. So there we go. Gav has the pineapple. So my frustrations beside with the used market, we'll keep looking for deals in the used market. Okay, there's that same Aero banged up case. We're gonna miss that. It's missing the front panels too. Like, I hate it when the mesh parts are missing out the front, because a lot of the time you can't just bang in any mesh clip-in thing on those cases. Like, I'll show you what guys I'm talking about here. Just send me all the 3090s you have, mate. I'm sure you'll get more. The Witchmaster. Dude, I love the Witch Slayer and Heroes in New Earth. Thanks for the 20, brother. We got the RTX. That's the only RTX 3090 I've got is this one here. That's the 3090 Founders. And like, guys, like NVIDIA sent that over and I was just like, wow. Like, I even said in my review, this thing is not a value for money play. I was just like, I was really grateful that I got to keep this thing. And it's my main rig. Like, is the best thing about 2020 for me was this 3090. I got to keep it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I'm not sending any 3090 out. I mean, this thing is like, I'm sleeping with this thing at the moment, like metaphorically. No. Okay, so these things here, you're missing these things. These two mesh things, I hate it when they're missing because they're so hard to replace. And if you find other ones from other cases, half the time they don't fit. So that's the problem with this one right here. Crystal 570X 220, it's like, you know, you got to try and flip that. And there are some cases coming in, like the 570X is definitely going out of the meta, where the new meta is sort of coming in with higher price tags, right? If you're looking at higher RGB costs, you want to whack in as many ring fans in that case as well. So that's what the meta is. So cases, there it is, guys. There's cases. We pretty much scanned the market. We found an NZXT H510, an Air 540. And there were the two that we banged down on. So let's move over now. We're just going to chat with you guys and move over. And especially if you want to like pop back, if you're like, look, Brian, you want to donate. We got the RAM. So we got the RAM as well. They've taken $60 on the RAM. So we've found an R7. I think it's a 370. We've got a 16 gigabyte kit now for $60. So we've found 2 deals already that have come back to us. Live stream as well. We got live. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look. We're going back to the big screen. Let's go in with chat now. We'll be answering questions. So keep them. Let's roll them in. Let's roll them in. Dude, you're on a 3070, aren't you, for editing? On that editing rig, you got 3070? Yeah, you said 2070.
I mean, on my personal one.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's the same thing. Like, graphics card isn't being used for editing.
Okay.
The main point is the i5 is all you need.
Okay, so we got the question here. Would you build an X99 system with a 5960X using new parts for personal use now? Like, I would use a 5960X. I just wouldn't go out and buy one. Like, I mean, you've got to go to eBay for that, right? So you're going to have to go to eBay for a 5960. It's pretty like, it's a pretty specific thing. I can't say that word properly. I'm so bad. Okay, so yeah, 550 Aussie dollars. This is the going rate for them, right? Because they're one of the best in slots for X99. I think best Broadwell, like 60, what's the 69 something. There's also another one, but 5960X, man, you're paying a premium for that puppy. You're paying a real big premium for her. And raise the volume of the other person talking. So you have to come closer to the mic, I think, Yusuf. So I can't, he's just talking into this mic. So he's just gonna have to yell, like, yeah. Like, that's about it. And X99, like, I would not build a system based around this unless I picked up a 5960X for cheap. So that would be my opinion on X99. Like, the thing is about X99, right? You can get the motherboards off AliExpress. So you can get the money, you can go to AliExpress and grab yourself the X99. I personally like the 1-in-1. This is my, like, the one with the DDR3 and the DDR4. That board is actually this one here. It's gone up a little bit in price. It used to be 100 flat. It's gone up to 110, but this board was like, actually surprised me because it has optical out as well. So you get this with a Logitech Z906, get a 12 core, you got yourself an editing workstation, fun station. The 12 core now, 2678 V3. This one's definitely a combo, right? For 200 bucks, you got a 12 core, 24 thread. You can unlock it to 3.3 gigahertz all core, and you got the motherboard with quad channel. You can even whack in DDR3 ECC registered on that, and it's actually a really good deal. So, I mean, like DDR3 ECC registered, if you know some guys locally, I've got guys who offer me DDR3 ECC registered for chips because no one can use it in mainstream gaming PCs. So this is where this combo here can really you can get yourself together a 64 gigabyte editing rig for dirt cheap. And it's gonna do well. Like, it's gonna edit 4K 60 FPS like a beast. And so that's with that. We'll go through the questions here. So we'll move on from X99. So if I was gonna do X99, I would do it this way. That would be my personal opinion on it. Other than that, yeah, unless you got the 5960X for like nothing, or you picked it up for someone who wasn't selling it. Because the thing is about this eBay price right here, right? This is the thing about how I would sell something anyway. If I came into a 5960X, right, I wouldn't put it in a PC either. I would, yeah, other people who, you know, buy and flip stuff a lot now. This is what I would do with a 5960X. I'd see this price here, and I'd be like, okay, well, I'll just list it for, this guy's already doing it. I'd do what this guy's doing, listing it for 500 bucks. Because someone wants it, right? If this guy's listing it for this price, he knows that someone's buying it with 9 watches. It means people are kind of keen on it with 9 watches. So I'd be going in with, say, a 450 or something. Instead of putting it in a PC, you just sell it because you're not going to get it back in a PC, especially a gaming PC. So like this guy here, he'd probably be sitting on his, like, he's probably going to be sitting on his Alienware PC for quite a long time, man. Like this 1080 Ti and this combo here, man, your new stuff like your 3060 Ti has left it in the dust now. You got Ryzen, 5600X, or pretty sure, would that beat a 5960X? Or, I mean, you've got a 10700F even, if that's, 8 cores. So you're kind of looking at, you're in a tough market if you've been sitting on expensive stuff like this and you just haven't fire sold it. So that's kind of like, we got a bit too in depth on the X99 stuff. Let's keep moving through now. So that's one question too. We got to get through a few more questions. So let's have a look. 500 USD for a Ryzen 5 3600 Gaming Edge X570, 600 watt EVGA power supply, 256 gigabyte SSD, 16 gigabytes of RAM, Hyper 212, 3 RGB fans, and an NZXT H510. Where's the graphics card? Should you go for it? I mean, it's okay. Like I'm seeing that, Nathan, I'm seeing that and I'm like, that's okay. It's not really like a pop-up, you've got to go pick it up right now kind of thing. I'd try and barter with the guy, see if you can get it maybe 450, maybe 400. And then you go pick it up. 400 would be great. So just see if they want to get rid of it. That'd be my call. So let's keep moving through the chat here. We got, so if I wanted to play Cold War 4K 60 to 80 FPS, what CPU do I need with my RTX 2060? Or could I do my RTX even do 4K on Cold War? 2060 would have a hard time doing 4K Cold War. So
Cold War campaign should be like struggling, but
yeah.
Multiplayer is not.
Okay, so yeah, multiplayer, you're not, definitely, yeah. So you really want the newer cards, or like a 2080 Ti or a 2080 Super or something like that, or 5700 XT at the least for any kind of 4K gaming. You want 8 gigabytes of VRAM at least for 4K gaming. That's just my opinion. So we got here from Sparks. Hey Brian, any tips selling PCs? I'm doing it for 5 months, and maybe you got some nice hidden tips in your sleeve. Dude, this is the thing, all right? This is actually a good question because it works in perfectly with what we're saying here. Is that selling PCs in the last 5 months, like this year has been a roller coaster. And we've actually been meaning to talk about this sort of towards as we're going out of the end of the stream. Selling PCs this year has just been a roller coaster. That's all I'm going to say. You talk to anyone who's done it regularly and they're just going to say the same thing. Absolute roller coaster this year with selling PCs. And I just like, my tips for you, man, would be the photo is the most important thing when you're selling a PC. Description's pretty important, right? But the photo is so important. So really take your time to get a good photo. I see some pictures of PCs for sale and they're just like, we saw one earlier in the stream with a 5700 XT. I might even be able to pull this up. And I do apologize to the dude in advance. Like, I don't mean to like make fun of him. I'm actually trying to help him out. So tips for like this here is just like, dude, like this is like, okay, he might sell, like there might be someone out there who just wants to buy his PC just to make a point for me saying this on live stream. But this is not how you just don't sell a PC like this, right? It reeks so many subconscious messages that aren't good. It reeks of, hey, I'm just too lazy to do cable management. I'm too lazy to take a decent photo. And so when you take those decent photos and stuff, it's going to show, like the photo, picture speaks 1,000 words. So the most important thing about selling a PC is your photo. And I've said this in the past, man, all the tips, and this is the funny thing, like I've got some nice hidden tips up my sleeve. I've given them. I've shared pretty much everything on my channel. I've done everything over the years. And in ways it's cost me a lot of local profit, It definitely has cost me. But I love doing this, right? It's my passion. I love, like, you guys in the chat. I love chatting with you guys. It's awesome to hang out and talk use, price, performance. I would spend, like, the Discord. I got to spend more time in the Discord. It's just been so busy with the channel lately. I think, like, going over to live stream is the best way for me just to chat with you guys and hang out too. So is a Xeon E5 1650 V2 and a GTX 1063 gigabyte a good combo? Yeah, the 1650 V2 should power that thing absolutely fine. You could do like a 1660 Super in that CPU as well. It's a nice CPU. AVX2 might come into play in some titles, but overall it's not going to be a problem. We got what's the best 6-pin PCIe GPU? I'd say at the moment the 1660 Super. That would be, is that 6-pin? Like I think some of them do take a 6-pin. 60 Super, I think. Some of them are 8-pin, some of them are 8-pin, but I think some of them are 6-pin, if I remember correctly. You can get an RX5 470 off a 6-pin too. I like the 470 a lot as well, but lately with the 470s and 570s, they're coming off crypto benches. Be very careful because the ones coming off crypto benches now have been mined on a lot. So, yeah. Okay, so we got some questions now. Brian, what do you agree to sell for a price on Craigslist, OfferUp, or Gumtree when they try to haggle once they get to your house? This one's actually a really good question. PJ48. So, where I'm at on the Gold Coast, right? I'd dare say on the coast we're a little bit conservative in terms of the overall feel of how the Gold Coast works. I would say that, like, you don't do that crap, man. There's rules, right? Since you've grown up, there's rules. You negotiate before you come and get something. So if someone says, I'm coming to pick this up now, that means they're picking it up for asking price. If they say, I'm coming to get it now, man, I've got the cash.
Or if they give you a warning, like you say, yeah, I'll check it out.
Or I just, if there's,
that's like a fair warning enough.
Yeah, if they're just saying, I'm just coming to check it out, fair enough. You can negotiate on the spot if they're just coming to check it out. But usually I'll tell, so if I don't have time for someone just to check it out. It's a waste of time. Like I had someone come out, I checked out a PC a couple of weeks ago. It sounded like they were really keen, but then they come around, they waste your time. Like I rarely let people check out a PC. But if they say like, look, I'm coming to get this now, I've got cash, and then they try and haggle you on the spot, I just tell them straight up, like, mate, that's not how it works. And I just say, look, like, you know, you just don't do that. I've actually told, there's 3 people who have tried that in the past. Try to haggle on the spot. I can, like, if they need Wi-Fi, I can generally chuck in Wi-Fi for them with a Wi-Fi adapter. But that's about it. So I'm not gonna do like haggling on the spot. So yeah, if someone's trying to do that crap, man, you just gotta tell them like, look, bro, just jump back in your car, start the ignition and just get out of here. So yeah, any tips? Sorry, I'm going back through the comments. Someone called Greg Salazar. Oh yeah, on that Dell ad. Yeah, better call Greg, man. Greg will be all over that. So, do you want to find out? Actually, if you want to queue up questions, so I can find them. Like, yeah. So we got Asus Strix RX 570 at good price. I don't know what a good price for it. You want a Strix 570, you probably be paying a little bit more. Depends on USD or Aussie. Maybe 100 USD was what you pay for a Strix RX 570. I was wondering, how do you keep benchmarking the same games on so many different PCs? A NAS helps with that. At the moment, I use a simple hard drive for that. Yeah, we got different drives, and I hate I'm over it. Like, I don't hate benchmarking usually, but benchmarking is just like, lately it's been so much. Like, here we go again.
If you have to re-download games all the time, it'd be
oh yeah, so we got the NAS, yeah. And that's another reason why you see the games that we pick are actually games that we can just copy paste from Steam. Yeah, so the games that we're doing lately, because there's so many graphics cards coming out, the games that we've been picking lately are just like copy paste, install off Steam, and you're good to go. It's just like, it's getting too much. Like there's like a graphics card coming out every single week now. It's like, and it's going to get worse because AMD and NVIDIA have realized one thing. They can just keep getting free brand recognition by keep trickling out products. And I can see it straight away. I saw it was happening with the Super. I know it's happening now. We just got to keep releasing models of graphics cards. The more the merrier. Who cares about confusing the consumer? We're getting free exposure.
We mentioned a NAS and a wild Marco appears saying somebody say that.
Yeah, true, yes. Somebody say NAS, Asus Tor. That's Marco. Yeah, we're repping that. We got this, guys. We got this. Yeah, benchmarking the same game, it definitely does suck. It's at the moment it sucks, so it's repetitive. Anyway, so we got now. I want to build my PC for my cousin who wants to build and play Fortnite. Do you think an i5? You don't have to. Like, this is the thing. He's Mr. Pikachu. You don't have to say I despise Fortnite, right? Let's get this out of the way. Fortnite has made me a lot of bank. I love Fortnite. You know, like, look, who cares? Like, Fortnite has done so much for the PC gaming community. It has done so much for the people selling RGB fans. It has done so much for the progression of RGB as well. Let's stop and, like, I know people despise the actual game and the mechanics and the fact that it's packed with a lot of kids, but the actual, like, it's been such a good catalyst for PC gaming. And in fact, it's such a better catalyst for bringing people to PC over console, where they can't get those high refresh rates. Even like semi-potatoes can do more FPS than the consoles on Fortnite. And that reason alone is why so many people come over to PC. It's insane. So let's go. I want to build a PC for my cousin. So what's the GPU? A GTS 240. Oh, dude, no.
GTS.
No way. Yeah, the graphics card. I looked at the graphics card. The rest of the hardware is going to be fine, dude. The rest of the hardware is absolutely fine for Fortnite. Yeah, just put it. Yeah, see if you can find a GTX like 950 for cheap, or an RX 470, especially 470 would be great. Yeah, if you got a 1650 Super, a new, if you just want to, if you're sick of the used market. But if you're sick of the used market, like if you can't find a deal at all, but I mean, I would go for something really cheap, like even a 750, GTX 750, if you can find, like we put in an offer of $35 on one before, Aussie. So that'd be like maybe 20 something USD. That'd be a good little card to whack in there if you can get it. And that'll play Fortnite fine. So, do you have done much with drones? I haven't really flown any drones. Zai, Rocket Jump Ninjas got a drone. I personally, like, I'm so busy with my life learning another discipline, which would be drones. Like, you'd have to learn how to use a drone and all this other stuff. I mean, some of it's easy. I have flown a drone before, like when I was in Japan.
Well, it depends on what drones, because some, they're like very hands-on, and some are very automatic. Like, it depends on the brand. Like DJI is just point some places on the map on the smartphone.
Okay. Well, I don't have time. I don't have time. I'd love to do it, but just don't have time. So now we're going back. Oh no, the comments. Oh, we got a super chat. Steven Anderson. Thanks for the super chat, my man. Have you ever done open source programming and open source operating systems like Ubuntu and Linux Mint? In university I did programming for like a week and then I just rage quit. It wasn't for me, man. Like,
I've done some networking, but like it's pain.
well, that's not, man. Yeah, you're either a programmer or you're not. I think like this is the thing about programming is like, I jumped into a programming course. It was my first pick at university. I got out of high school. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a video games developer. Jumped in front of a computer and realized, oh, I'm not going to be a video games developer. No way.
What did they throw you into? Do you remember? Like, what did they get you to try?
C++ straight away.
Oh, that's the worst. I mean,
Like,
it's logical, but like.
Yeah,
that's
and then they're telling me it's like learning another language, and I'm like, I'm terrible at learning languages. It took me like 9 years even to speak conversational Japanese. So I was like, yeah, you know.
And apparently we have another task from Marco.
Yeah, we do. I haven't even sorry, Mark, I haven't even had time to look at it yet, bro. But it's a custom one. Like, it's more of a custom job. Yeah, so it's very, very custom. Thanks, Marco. I gotta look at it. Like, I gotta actually.
I'll set that up. I'll give good attention to it.
RTX 3050 question mark. RTX 3050. We all want the RTX 3050. Yeah, we're all praying. Like, NVIDIA and AMD, what do you got? Guys, release a low-end GPU. Fix this. Here, let's go back to the screen. Fix this. Yeah, they're not coming up.
Yeah, but just close them in case.
Oh, in case another one pops up. Yeah, I gotcha. GTX 1060. No. This is the GTX 1060 index. We need this to happen. RTX 3050. We need it to happen, man. Even a GTX 2060 Super or whatever. If they want to do something janky with the GTX like thing, then please do it. But we need something, guys. We need something on the low end. I think a lot of tech enthusiasts are just waiting that. Like a lot of guys putting together used price performance are waiting for it too. Because that's a problem in itself. That's a problem in itself, is there's no parts coming out that are on that low price floor. So this whole used scene is just like reciprocating on bad prices. It's just like bad price comes up because there's nothing new coming out around that price. There's nothing that people are getting buzzed about. RTX 3080, sure, that's brought down the price of a 2080 Ti like big time. That's brought down the price of 2080 Ti's. Like they came crashing down even before the 3080 was released. 2080 Ti's came crashing down.
The same question as we had yesterday when we picked up Ryzen in the super chat.
What was it? So I have a 3080 Founders Edition with a Ryzen 5 3600. Is it worth upgrading the CPU when I can get hold of one of these using a Tomahawk Max Speed 50? Yeah, this was funny. The guy we picked up the 3600 yesterday off. Thanks, Adam, for the super chat too.
Yeah.
The guy that we picked up the 3600 off, he upgraded to an X570 and a 5600X. Now, he said in Warzone was the biggest difference for him. And he was playing on low FPS too. Like, he was playing on low settings, sorry.
Yeah, but like, also he only said because he had that 3080, it was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. So,
and he's got the same 3080 in the question, so I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, so there is going to be a difference. You will get, if you're playing, especially if you're playing at 1080p or 1440p, you will, and especially if you're playing competitive settings and you want to play competitively, yeah, you're going to get that extra boost out of upgrading from a Ryzen 5 3600 to a 5600X, 5800X. But if you're playing 4K, no. Like, I'm playing 4K, you're just not going to see the difference on max settings and ultra settings. And 4K, I'm guessing you're going to want to aim for 120 FPS, which 3600 is going to be very capable of doing. So I would just go for go save that money and get like that. In America, that BX OLED is just so cheap, $1,200 US, man. That thing is just going to give you, your eyes are going to water, and it's going to be like a good water. It's not going to be like you're chopping up onions.
Just hop on the used deals for the OLEDs.
Oh, used deals for OLEDs. Okay, let's check out flipping OLEDs. New meta. New meta, flipping OLEDs. Okay, let's get back to it. Flip some OLEDs. What do we got with OLEDs here? Meant to be answering questions, but no, as soon as this is a problem. He says OLED, my eyes light up like a Christmas tree. I love OLEDs. So that's like, dude, wow. This guy's got 1,000 Aussie for a 4K OLED. Like, you gotta understand, in Australia, OLEDs are like 2,500 at the moment for the brand new ones. Yeah, like if you want to, like if you're going with OLED and you want a secondary OLED, this is your guy right here. I'd message him. Now look at the way, this is one of the funniest things too. Look at the way he's taken the photo. He's taken this with like the widest angle camera ever. And you can see like it's bending in the middle. The TV looks like... No, it's
curved. It's a curved OLED.
Wait, what? Oh. It's a they made curved OLEDs?
Yeah.
What? Okay, mind blown. I'm not buying. I'm not putting an offer of that. Okay. I thought the picture was so distorted that the thing was bending.
Real close.
Yeah.
iPhone wide angle.
Imagine if he bent that photo more. Like he's got the curve and then he just takes it wider, so it just like bends. Yeah.
Really sell the effect.
Yeah, really sell it. So if you're going with the 120 hertz OLED, like the new C9s or C8s or the CXs or the BXs, then definitely get yourself a secondary. I'm on 2 OLEDs now, so no, but they're like, you can get one super cheap. If you can get one, like say for instance in America, in the US of A, you grab a B7 55 inch. Let's have a look. I love this stuff, eh? Like this is kind of like you nothing. Like, is that because they won't ship to?
LG.
Is that because they won't ship?
8,000 results.
Oh yeah, LG OLED. Okay, we got a super chat too. Thanks heaps, Raven187. Your channel helped the biggest Aussie drone YouTuber get a baller editing setup. Your Discord helped pick the parts. UAV Futures say thanks. Ah, cheers. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Yeah, man. Baller edit. You got to get that baller editing set up, man. Sweet. I love hearing that. Like, I like hearing that we're helping people out. We're doing them justice. If you're editing the videos if you're on a monitor day in, day out, like if you're on a monitor like me, you're on a monitor like 8 hours a day or something. Sometimes I'm not, because sometimes I'm out deals hunting. But if you're on a monitor a lot, you got to get yourself an OLED, man. You really got to get yourself an OLED. Like, if you can. I know they're expensive, but You got to get yourself one of these. This is too much in America. Damn, what's going on with American? I was hoping to find an American deal on an OLED.
Just go Newegg. They should have.
No, but you want to find it used. Like you just want to find someone used.
Used.
Yeah, so you probably got to go like Craigslist or something. Oh, here we go. We got one here. $875. Bit too much. I mean, make an offer. See, I'd probably put in an offer. Oops. My email's like showed. Hey guys, what's up? Just send me an email. I'm gonna get wrecked. Okay. So $875 here. I'd drop in an offer of like 600, half of the price of a 120 hertz, right? Let's just do it in hertz ratio. 60 hertz, half the price of 120 hertz. Makes sense. So if you pick up one of these for like 600 US and then have a dual
Don't you have
OLED.
B7? No, you have a.
I got a B7 and a CX.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's literally a B7.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's
Yeah.
what you've got.
Yeah.
For $800 US.
Yeah. No. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so anyway, back to this stuff. Kevin Burnell, thanks for the super chat, my man. FX CPU question. We're still building budget builds or just selling on eBay. Your thoughts? Got a few now, and I'm undecided on what to do. Yeah, this is the thing. I've been hearing from a lot of people that just can't sell builds, man. Like people, it's tough times to selling gaming pieces.
Specifically, like depends if they're hot in your area or not. Like some places you can sell them super easy.
So CPUs, like just the CPUs, I'd sell them on eBay. I've heard people get good money for them. Like I've heard people bragging to me that they're selling FX CPUs for like stupid money, like $150 for the 8 core.
Wow.
Yeah, $150 for an FX 8 core. You know how much like you know.
Like the.
You know how, like, yeah,
50s or like the
dude, a 10100 and a 3100 will flatten that. Like, it's not even a contest. And it's used, it's old. So yeah, I would sell the FX chips on eBay, use the rest of the build. If you got a good power supply, good case, SSD, hard drive, and all that stuff in there. Definitely just like, which we can check now for you guys too while we're on live stream. FX 8350, let's have a look. What people are selling these for. So $120. I wasn't far off the mark, but some people are selling the chips for, you know, these guys will get that for it. $130, $140. So you can see here, it's like the World of Warcraft auction market where like one guy's just undercutting the other guy. He's undercutting the other guy. And so the cycle goes on until we get to a new norm. And so that's what it is with used parts. When you look at me and my disciplines, I'm out of the used market. Like, in terms of when these prices are $200 for a GTX 1060. I ain't playing ball. $150 for that 1060 Aussie. I'm okay. I'm sort of sitting in there. I'm playing ball. But then you never know. You might get the guy who sees it. And this is the thing. This is a real thing. You get the guy who sees the sees the 1060 for $150 and he's like, nah, bro, I'm going to pay you $180 for it. Like, forget your asking price. This guy's selling it less than a $200 than the other. Like the other guy's selling for $200. I'm just going to offer him more than asking. And so that's a real thing that's going on in the used parts scene at the moment. Is people are paying more than the asking if they think like it's an ordinary better deal. So, mate, I sent you a message on. Yeah, I'll check later. Thanks, Cool Beans. Thanks heaps for the donation, dude. I'll check it out. FX 9370. Ooh, that thing's like we're going into toaster territory. So I think I saw that message just quickly. I did see FX in a message. I'll get back to it after the live stream. So I don't guys, I don't intentionally ignore anyone. Don't worry. It's just if there's so many questions coming in, I gotta my tunnel vision can only see one thing at a time. That's all it is. So I do suffer from tunnel vision too. I gotta get that made up on a t-shirt. I got tunnel vision with a big thumbs up.
No, it's just like a small little tunnel vision. Take your city.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I got tunnel vision and I love it. I will apologize for it, but I'm not going to apologize for having tunnel vision. Are you still considering, so Dennis asked, are you still considering trying the used laptop market? Okay, I do want to try it. Like the used laptop market's cracking. Like it's good. I've tested the waters before, man. There is some good flips to be made in the laptop market. It's just the problem is getting laptops for cheap. Like I know what I should be getting laptops at. It's just every time I know guys who sell laptops and they're all booked out, man. Like they've got loyal customers who I can't compete with because that's the way it is. These guys are picking up stuff all the time for laptops and it's just the way it is. You got to wait in the queue. Like, so if I want to get into laptop flipping, I got to wait in the queue and then I got to buy, say, about $4,000 or $5,000 worth of stuff every week.
It's
and I got to be.
But you'd also have to like realign yourself with the pricing for the same components, but like laptop
But
oriented.
that's the thing. I've got to be moving. I've got to be moving so much if I want to be getting good deals on laptops and stuff. Like, you know, like as much as I love running around every month, picking up parts here and there, it's not where the money's at, like in terms of properly flipping.
Maybe 1 month for the parts on, we just do laptops.
But I love doing I love being I love being the messenger between the viewers and all these, you know, big time flippers who are cleaning out universities and stuff. And, you know, it's good to have that intermediary. Tech Yes is here for you to remind you that used parts at the moment are overpriced. That's not in your head. That is not in your head. Don't worry. When you're sitting there scratching, you're like, yo, should I be?
They're good value. Like
The 10100F, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you're looking at now 6 ring fans, and an i7.
If you're talking about for yourself, then you don't even need RGB. Like, you can just get a really good price, brand new system.
Well, it doesn't help.
Terrible.
Here's the last thing we're going to talk about. Last food for thought that we're going to talk about. It doesn't help that a lot of the retailers out there that have the big bricks and mortar stores, they are peddling 9th gen stuff still. They're peddling like 2nd gen Ryzen still. And people go in there and they see these prices. They're like, $1,500 a 9700K and an RTX 2060? Wow. And then they go on Marketplace and they see old mate with his i7 6700 and his 1080 Ti and they think, wow, that's an amazing deal. I better get that. So the bricks and mortar stores that haven't sold out their old like potato level stock, well, like I guess bad value stock. I wouldn't say it's potato, but they're bad value. These guys who haven't sold out their old 9th gen stuff and they're selling it in brand new for really stupid prices. They haven't caught on to the new stuff yet. These are the guys that are making the used market overpriced as well. So there's another catalyst that we haven't talked about. So there it is. Food for thought, fellas. Food for thought. Do you have an so he's talking to Kevin. So take a see. I'm doing fairly well with laptops, but for some reason I find that customers expect just too much support when they buy a laptop off you as opposed to buying a desktop. That is true. Yeah, I'm ordering Suze. That's very true.
Well, see, a lot of the mainstream would be using laptops, whereas enthusiasts would sort of gravitate towards the desktop, you know?
The thing is about laptops is there's inherently more problems with laptops. Like you're looking at all this heat coming out in a little thin sliced piece of bread.
Just assume that it works for 1 second. Like,
Yeah.
it'd just be like the target demographic for each of them, you know?
So I'm ordering Suze. How you doing too, man? He's a cool dude. He does some cool stuff on Instagram. I love your Instagram, by the way. I would say with the laptops, right? The one thing you got to remember is it's always important when you meet people in person, you got to tell them, like, look, the reason this stuff is cheap is because I don't offer tech support. I don't offer as a 1-year warranty like other guys. You're getting this used deal. You're getting this laptop that would probably cost you $600 at a store. You're getting it for $350. That $250 you're saving means that you're kind of sacrificing that bricks and mortar experience. And I think that's one thing that you got to maybe, when you're selling the stuff, you got to lay into people. And sure, it's good to sell stuff. And, well, someone just spammed the chat and their messages got deleted. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, guys, don't spam. Like, come on. I'm trying to have a conversation here. So, anyway. Yeah, so anyway, very weird. True, yeah. Very weird driver problems. Oh, yeah, and then you've got laptop problems inherently, where if you do a reinstall of a whole laptop, especially if it's a proprietary laptop, they've got their whole installs from the get-go where you actually got to use their bloatware, otherwise you're not getting the driver. So it's weird. Their laptops, that's a problem with laptops. You got to remember that they're not...
Maybe there'd be like a good Windows 10 optimization guide, but just for laptops, how to get your chipset drivers without going through the bloat.
Yeah, well, I'd have to get into laptops more to understand it. See, I've only touched the surface on laptops and flipping laptops. So that's the thing. Iran Tech. So sorry, Iran Tech, your message got deleted. He's trying to sell his PC in the chat. That's why it got deleted. Come on. Tech Yes City chat's not for you to sell your PCs, man. Come on. I don't do like the whole thing about the Tech Yes City is like Fight Club, bro. It's like the secret society, okay? The whole thing about
If you want to do some clips off the Discord, there's people.
yeah,
there all the time.
our Discord's pretty like, but we're not flipping to each other. Like, you know, you're not flipping to each other kind of thing. Like, this is it's like, yeah, it's kind of like your Tech Yes City's like your Fight Club, bro. That's it. You don't talk about it to other people outside, you know. So
First rule of Fight Club.
yeah, you just that's it. You gotta beat the retailers. Our goal is to beat the retailers and have a little stack in our hands. You know what I mean? And live a better lifestyle. That's the goal of Tech Yes. We got some ZAR. Is that South African Rand? The ZAR? Can you just check that? Thanks for the donation, but I've never seen a donation in the ZAR before. Are they releasing a 3060?
It is. Wow, that was a really good call.
South African Rand, the ZAR? Yeah. I do delve in currencies. I'm not a noob. Thanks for the South African donation, my man. Are they releasing a 3060? My guess would be yes. Like, there's going to be a 3060, right? I think there is. I don't know. Like, look, when it comes to what NVIDIA send me out and AMD and stuff, we only know, like, generally a week before the stuff's released. That's it. It's generally only a week. Here's the card. Here's the beta driver. Test it. Here's the NDA. You can only talk about it at this certain date. So I'm not privy to information. Like, people might think, oh, he's a tech reviewer. He's getting all these lines in early. Like, he knows all this stuff that people don't know.
We're listening to the rumor mill.
Yeah, well, I'm listening to the rumor mill. And I know there's some guys out there that catch on to the rumors very well. I know video cards are pretty damn good for rumor mill. Like, they've been pretty spot on a lot of stuff. WCCF Tech, they got a pretty big hit or miss ratio. Like, they sometimes get it right, but yeah, I mean, and Tweaktown as well. They got some good stuff in there. Anthony from Tweaktown generally gets a lot of it right. He knows where these guys get their information from. They never tell me. They got sources. Dude, and that's the thing. They can't, like, Nvidia and AMD. They've been trying for years to weed out leaks. Nvidia's done a pretty good job of it, man. You saw that with the 3080 launch. Easy with the 3080 launch. You had people getting fooled by the Zotac posting up a troll spec sheet like the night before. That's how uncertain people were of the 3080 launch. The 3060 Ti, that was getting leaked pretty hard because it was already getting stocked up. Like, the thing about the 3060 Ti is that it's in stock. Like, it's actually in stock. I saw it on sale in Australia too. We'll flip back. I saw it on Australia, mates. I saw it for $6.99. Like, there was actually someone selling one for, like, just above retail. So there's PLE. I've got one here. That's probably sold out though. Pre-order. So there's $7.09. That's pretty good. But I saw one from Shop In It or something. Save on it, was it?
It sounds a little bit dodgy.
No, they're not, man. They're on Aussie bargain, and people were repping them hard. Like, that was $6.99. Like, we'll see RTX 3060 Ti. We'll have a look. Like, I think Save On It had in Australia for like $6.99 Aussie. I mean, now they're all out of stock. Like, that was like yesterday. So you got to be pretty quick.
Yeah, I bought it.
It was this one here. It was on for sale for $6.99 yesterday. So they obviously probably had way too many orders, and they're like, yikes, we're gone, guys, we're gone.
I bought a 3070, and within an hour it was out of stock, and they said,
Okay.
yeah, we don't have them anymore. We're not getting it for a while.
Yeah. Oh no, guys. It was bad, wasn't it? It was bad. It wasn't as bad as in stock. Okay, so $7.49 in stock at Umart. So $7.49. Like, it's not that bad, right? That is not too bad. I'm gonna give, like, we had $688. That was the cheapest price you'd be able to pick up a 3060 Ti for. That was in Australia, right? So you're looking at.
Galaxy are a decent brand as well.
I'm getting more. Actually, Galax contacted us. They want me to check out their 3060 Ti. So yeah, pretty much this. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not the same.
No, it's just the one click OC. So we'll be checking this one out. This is not too bad. Like, Aussie, that's in stock. So if you want something that's better than a 1080 Ti, something that if you overclock it will perform close to a 2080 Ti, and it's gonna be much more power efficient, this is the card to go for sure. So in Australia, we're not getting, like, it's funny because I saw some other YouTubers like the card you can't buy, and it's like, well, it's in stock. Like, I'm doing a live stream, it's in stock right now. If you really want it, it's in stock. And you're not.
You can buy is
60 Aussie dollars, man. Like, $60 versus the worst price. Not really, they're not scalping the crap out of you. Like, It's not too bad. So I think with the 3060 Ti, the reason why it got leaked is because they were building up the stock. They weren't dropping this one as early as the other ones because they were waiting to say, hey, this time we got some cartons full of this. Like, it's like going to a party with a 6-pack versus a carton of beer. You know, like your 6-pack, if you drop that on the table, everyone's going to, one hand from everywhere, that 6-pack's gone. It's like, that's how quick it is. Bring the carton in, it's going to last an hour. So that's kind of like what Nvidia were doing. They brought the carton to the table, to the party with the 3060 Ti. So there it is. So there we go. Like, there's a stock. The stock is good. Like, it's in stock right now. So now it goes down to an argument of, no, I got told, like, people are saying in the comments, like Secto Kia is saying, like, it's meant to be 640. It was meant to be 688. Like, that's the minimum price. Like, I'm gonna call it minimum price now because MSRP is like but it was 688 from 688 is what I was told. That's including GHG.
What does MSRP stand for again? It's
manufacturer suggested retail price, I think.
There's RRP,
Recommended retail price. Yeah. So MSRP is what Nvidia suggests the pricing from
MSRP
688.
would be for partners, and then RRP would be Nvidia.
Well, Nvidia is saying MSRP is like 688 GST. So 688 GST, so that's not too bad, right? Look, and there it is. So it's like, it's not the end of the world. I know that there's guys out there that want the 3080. The 3080 is so much in demand, and that's what we're talking to before with the retailer. Before I called up the retailer in a previous video, we were talking about this problem, and we were talking about this problem right here. And 3080, everyone wants a 3080. So it's like, now you're kind of in an argument of, okay, do I want the luxury option? And now you're going to have to wait for it, because the 3060 Ti is a great card, man. Like, really good. It's like, if I was building a new PC and this would probably be the card I'd be going for, especially when I saw that 699 deal yesterday shipped, because that was in stock.
3060 Ti for 600 used AU.
600 used AU?
Who's selling a used 3060?
Who's selling a used 3060 Ti already?
That's a deal.
It looks like a scam. I'm sort of like,
It's probably under retail, so you'd have to check.
yeah, you'd easily be able to sell that for 700, like, because it's new. Like, it is new. You can get it now, because you got to pay. I think you got to pay like $15 shipping, so it's $715 shipped on that. That's the cheapest I found it for. So, I'm curious. So we got John. He actually raised a good point. I'm kind of curious if Nvidia raced to get the 3060 Ti out there, so people would have 3,000 for Cyberpunk 2027. Definitely. Yeah, that's like, I'd say that's a given, right? They want so many of these RTX 3000 cards out there. And I think, actually, I was told by Nvidia that. Like, I was actually told that. They want to get as many 3000 cards out there so people can enjoy Cyberpunk. Because they've really gone to town with the developers on this to make sure it works.
What's the recommended specs for Cyberpunk? Because I'm pretty sure there was Nvidia worked really hard with CD Projekt Red.
Cyberpunk recommended specs. Let's see where the 3060 Ti pops up.
There was one of those big
CD
yellow
Projekt Red,
background images.
Well, it should be from the horse's mouth directly, yeah.
This one.
Okay.
So you can see.
Are we still...
2060, 3070, 3080 for ray tracing ultra.
Okay.
You just snap it to the left so people can see it more.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Face cam's going there. Snap it to the left. Yeah.
Oh, okay, like that. But that's small.
Snap it, you know, like click the edge of it. Yeah.
There we go.
That'll do.
That'll do, man. Yusuf made up this live stream for us.
Yeah, I'm trying to save people's privacy, but okay.
Yeah, he's trying hard, man. He's trying hard. So what we got here? I lie, and that's the thing, man. Try harder, win faster. Never forget. So when someone calls you a try hard in the comments section,
Make it bigger because people probably can't read that on screen.
we'll just get through the spec. Let's just get through it. So 3070s are recommended. Ray tracing high.
Yeah, that's
High settings. So without ray tracing, you're looking at 2060 or a 5700
It's
XT.
pretty much really easy to run.
3060 Ti is going to run this game really well. That's what I think. Like, this is like...
On ultra without ray tracing, yeah.
Yeah, so I like, this is my... Like, I did the 3060 Ti review. I really like this card. And, I mean, it's not... You're not getting scalped. Like, that's the thing. You're not getting scalped hard on it. So, This is the middle ground for me. I'm kind of happy where this is. Out of all the launches this year, I'm happiest with the 3060 Ti. And I think if you're a gamer and you get a 3060 Ti, you are not going to be disappointed with this thing. So that's all I got to say. Like, if you're desperate to get a 3080, I'd grab one of these and hold out. Like, if you can't hold out for the 3080, grab one of these because the resale value is going to be pretty much the same as what you paid for it.
I know so many people who sold 20 series and then had to go out and buy
Yeah.
1660 Ti's, 980s just to get through stock.
Oh man, the two.
But now with 3060 Ti's,
Yeah.
like, might as well get that.
Comfortable.
Might as well have fun.
Comfortable laugh. So we got a super chat from Stefan. How you doing, man? Do you think 2021 will see more downward pressure on new prices, or will rising wafer costs send it all in the other direction? See, 2021, we only did, like, I only see the only predictions I've made. Now, I've got some guys coming on the comment section going, some guys are coming on the comment section of when I said the prices would come down after COVID. They're like, oh man, you're wrong. It's like, no, I was like right on the money. Like, after the COVID boom, prices of new stuff is still very good for now. But I'd have to have a rethink on where the market's going, because 2021 is anybody's guess, right? Who knows what these companies want to do and what their game plan is.
The prices are going to readjust because our dollar is going up a little bit.
Prices in Australia readjust, yeah. Aussie dollar's getting stronger. Yeah. When our dollar gets stronger, things get cheaper. That's natural. Yeah. Yeah. Easy. Like, so our prices, this will come down in price. This will be like, you buy it now for 750, this will probably be like 650 in 2 months' time if the Aussie dollar keeps going up. If the Aussie dollar crashes though, this will go up in price. So Aussie dollars, everything's tied to the USD, because all these companies, Nvidia, AMD, and Intel especially, if they were looking at those three, they operate in USD. That's their base currency for how they operate their business. All their balance sheets are in USD. So when you're working with USD companies, when the prices of your currency goes up or down, your prices are going to go for your parts in your country with that trend. So in terms of that, I can't tell you. I wish I could tell you which way the Aussie dollar and the US dollar were moving in 2021. I wouldn't be like, I'd probably be just off in an island somewhere. Like, I wouldn't have to work a day in my life if I could predict the currency and which way that was going. But in terms of the PC parts and the demand for it, right? COVID's been, like, this 3060 Ti, right? This being out and being in stock for a few days should tell you something. And that is that there's a massive boom rush for this stuff. But then after that, there's going to be a slowdown. And I think going into 2021, you'll see a heated up few months, but then after March, things will get cold. That's my prediction. Once economic winter properly sets in, I think that's when prices of PC parts will go down. You gotta remember, retailers are competing with each other to stay alive. People compete with each other to stay alive when times are tough. And that means prices go down because they want to get profit.
We'll see a lot of the stock issues, it's mainly only with the 3080. Like, the 3080 retailers are like, we don't know when we're getting them, we don't know anything. 3070s, they're like, yeah, it's usually a 2-week turnaround if we're sold out. But like, 3060 Ti is like, I'm
surprised
they're not sold out forever, you know?
I'm surprised they're not sold out too, actually. That's one thing.
That's one of the best value plays if you're upgrading.
And it's in stock. So go back to this, that's in stock.
It'd be the opposite.
Yeah, I thought it'd be, but it's not. There it is. So, I think some of the YouTubers jumped the gun when they're saying the card you can't buy. I just saw some titles. I don't know who, but I remember just seeing some titles like when I quickly popped up YouTube. It's like the graphics card you can't buy. The in stock for pickup disagrees with you.
Just make a video. The video card you can buy.
Yeah, I mean, that's something like YouTube nowadays, like a lot of it's just like, I just pandering? Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't like pandering. I just, So anyway, let's get back to some questions, guys. Do you think 2021 will bring an oversupply, overstock? And I mean, this is the thing. No, like, you got to remember, big corporations in ways, especially the guys making the stuff, they can have oligopolies set up. Yeah, where they control how much supply comes out. It's like age-old tactics, man. Age-old tactics. And that's why I can't tell you guys 2021, like, with any certainty, because you cut off supply, prices are going to go up. That's it. It's all about supply in
Well,
2021.
I don't think they're going to overstock because demand is still going high because of lockdowns and everything else going. People
Yeah.
starting to work from home.
But
It's not going to be overstocked, but
I
there's
just,
going to be more stock than there is now.
I mean, I just think in 2021, okay, so let's say stock is a constant trajectory, right? Yep, so stock
Like,
supply.
calm down.
Yeah, so they're not cutting off supply. If they cut off supply, my predictions are way off, like, right? Prices will go up. If you cut off supply and you're a big manufacturer and you drop supply to make more demand, then my predictions would be going off. So, but if you keep supply steady and you keep pumping those factories out at max capacity, which is what they're pretty much on, a lot of them are on now.
Eventually, everyone who wanted a car is going to get a car.
Yeah, 2021 is going to see economic winter, and with that, you're going to be seeing people not being able to afford gaming PCs as much as they would have. So yes, prices will come down in 2021, given the supply isn't choked artificially or some magic fire breaks out in the factory. So I'm pretty skeptical dude. So I always look at things cynical. As much as the yes energy come out any time. Yeah, you got to always take this part of your brain's like, do I trust a multi-billion-dollar corporation?
Yeah, that's right. Well, what do you think is going to happen in the new year with like lockdowns? Do you think it's going to, just from a gut feeling point of view?
Depends,
do you think
man.
it's going to get loosened, tightened?
No idea. I know one thing. I can't. That's like you're starting to go into a whole different topic now.
Yeah, true.
And
But
you
like,
know,
just a gut feeling. Do you think it's going to get better? Do you think it's going to stay the same?
just don't know, man. I think it's going to be just long drawn out, slow. Like it's not going to be like terrible times, but
Yeah. So
it's going to be
stay around
yeah.
like it is now.
It's just going to stay mediocre, like, you know. So anyway, Dux, thanks for the super chat, brother. Speaking of supply, what do you think or know about power supplies being so hard to get right now? Interesting. A power supply, I got to check this out for you. A power supply is so hard to get. Like, this is the thing, I don't mind just like going.
Corsair power supply has been sold out for a while.
No, I just checked. This is my, okay. So depends on the price. Like, oh, wow, okay. He's onto something. I haven't checked the power supplies recently. Are we in a bit of a power supply chokeage yet? Oh, in stock, okay. We got, people were saying the Gigabyte ones were pretty bad, but I mean,
Gigabyte make a power supply?
like, look, I've tried a Gigabyte power supply before. It did the job. But we got power supplies in stock here.
The fact that it'll be bad, it's just the fact that why are they making everything now?
Yeah.
Just stick to what you're good at.
Hey guys, welcome back. We got a Gigabyte microphone here, Gigabyte chair, Gigabyte speakers. Just let me write down those notes with my Gigabyte pen. On my Gigabyte OLED. Oh man. Okay, so power supplies are looking like they're in stock here. What market are you talking about? That's the thing. So power supplies are fine. Now, like months ago, they were bad. Like power supplies were bad months ago. I know that because I covered that. But now power supplies, like at least where I am now, I'd say they've gone up a little bit in price. Like I remember the MWE 450 was my go-to power supply for most builds. That's went from 49 to 59, I think. So yeah, that was MWE 450 was like the stuff. And Cooler Master, they like still call me to this day and they're like, oh man, thanks so much. I'm like, it's a good power supply. You send me a good product, it's gonna get a good rap, you know. MW, I can't find it. MW 450 watt. It's like my go-to. I think it was like yeah, true. Oh, let's have a look. 69. Whoa, went up $20. Oh no, wait. I was right. Okay. 59. There it is. MWE version 2. So this one's only for Australia. So if you buy this and take it over to Japan, you are going to blow it up.
What do you mean? Is it not?
It's only one. It's only 230. Yeah, it doesn't have the shifter in it. So that's it. Doesn't have the shifty. So this is my go-to, man. There you go. That's my go-to. $59. It's gone up $10. So there's not such a big problem for power supplies. That's in stock as well. There's not such a big problem for power supplies at the moment. As opposed to like maybe in America. So like maybe in the US. Let's have a look. I think maybe he's talking about the US. Hold on. 500 watt. Dude, 50%. Well, 50% of people buy on Amazon. I think it's statistics.
But I mean, just
Aries game, okay. It doesn't look like a problem to me. Like they'll even ship that to Australia. I mean, forget that because you're in the US, you don't pay that. But $48, I mean, that's not a great price, but it's not a shortage. Like, a shortage, you're going to be copping it. Like, you're going to be really copping it right now. Like, if it's shortage, you're looking at this at like $70, right? Or $80, because it's mediocre power supply. This isn't that great, but it looks like it's okay. It's what I'd go for. Especially it's got 5-star reviews. Wow, with 1,100 ratings. Wow.
Is Aries game bigger in US than it is here?
I don't even know what Aries game is. That just a new brand? Yeah, it looks awesome. So we got from Amjad, Super Chat, Mustafa, thanks. Hello from Jordan. I can't get enough of the PC parts hunts. Keep up the great content. I think the 3060 Ti is the best value new RTX card. I agree. That's what I mean. I felt insecure, man. I got some 23070s. We're going to be doing that flip up challenge like in the next 2 days. We got 6800 review to get through. And then we got 6900 XTs coming. And then we got, what's up? Rubble. Oh, that's fine. Harlem. The people, yeah, send the postcode, man. Yeah, people know I'm in Harlem Park. Yeah, so who cares? That's fine. Users like, he's wanted, man. As long as it's not my address printed on the screen, that's all right. Like, you're doxing myself then. So we got, 3060 Ti is, I think, the best GPU at the moment in the new market on these new higher end stuff. Like, and this is the thing, 3060 Ti, grab one, overclock it, because it's an overclockable card. It overclocks well for the extra watts. It's such a good card to overclock. That's what I was saying in my review. You can undervolt if you want to, but 3060 Ti, overclock that thing. And then you'll taste the near 3070 performance. Really good card, man. So that's my hit at the moment. For that's like, and you're thinking 3060 Ti, traditionally you're thinking 2060, not a high-end card. This is getting into the high-end realm now. So that's it. You're getting into the high-end realm with the 3060 Ti. That's the good thing about it. That's why I like it. Is the 3070 worth keeping? Of course. Yeah, like definitely. Enjoy your cards. I mean, if you're talking about if you haven't bought it yet. Okay. So someone's asking, Ryan C's like, is the 3070 worth keeping? I have my Founders Edition brand new in the box, wondering if I should do a light downgrade. No, like, I mean, if you've already got it, like, you're going to waste all that time.
Edition apparently going to sell for a lot now.
Yeah, Founders Editions are rare too, actually. Now that you said Founders, dude, Founders are rare. Like, that's what I'm getting told, like, locally on the street, word on the street. If you can get a Founders card, you're in.
Retailers don't sell it at all.
Yeah. Like,
don't sell it at all.
yeah, Australia only had one wave of Founders cards come through, and they were rare. So, yeah, that was it. There you go. So we'll keep going through some questions. We'll slow this down because it is getting dark outside. How long have we been streaming for?
2 hours.
Oh, over 2 hours. We hit the 2 hour mark. Woo! All right. Thanks for tuning in for so long too, guys. We kept up some really good. You guys are loving this. You guys are loving this. But I really, the whole point of this stream, right? I actually wanted to make this stream kind of I didn't even know what this stream became. We just started chatting and hanging out. But the whole point of this stream was I wanted to show, like, the used market really just isn't what it used to be. You know, like, I used to go on there, or I used to, especially in Japan, man. I can't wait to get back to Japan and do some parts hunting over there. But even then, even when I went back a year ago to Japan, it was so different to when I was doing it in 2016, 2017, right? And the thing is, it's getting harder for me to do it now, like, in terms of actually getting good deals. Because if I'm doing the parts hunt and now I'm like, all right, guys, came up with a 1060 for $200. But you guys are going to, like, I know the guys who know their prices out there are going to scratch their head and like, Brian, this ain't a parts hunt anymore. This is just a joke. And so I'm looking at the deals hunts. Like, we put down a heap of offers today. We put down, I think it was like 6 or 7 offers on things. But like, that was on like not mainstream stuff. That wasn't on stuff that would be able to build a PC with. Like, we're talking a motherboard, CPU, RAM combo. That stuff was abundant years ago. Like, I could jump on Gumtree, find a whole banger PC for cheap. I could jump on Gumtree, find like a used Mobo combo with an i5 or an i7 for a really good price. I could make magic happen out of that. And it was so much more fun because I'd be putting together this unique PC and would just be doing some janky stuff with it. Those days are kind of like drying up now. Like, those days are drying up for used parts. And I think going forward, I'm going to have to be doing something different where I'm going to have to be featuring, like, the new stuff's good, man. We had that calculator up before where here was the calculator, brothers. $638 is the entry level, Aussie dollars, right? So we're looking at 638 AUD to USD. That's your 1650 super build case power supply, SSD, 1 terabyte hard drive. That's the whole benchmark, right? $470. You can get 4 cores, 8 threads, brand new, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1650 Super. You're gaming for $470. That's the benchmark right now. So if you're seeing a used PC for more than that, with an RX 570, an RX 580, a GTX 1060, it's like, you know, I wouldn't be buying that. You know what I mean? The guy, the teenager tech, yes, who was on whatever at the time was $8 an hour. I think the minimum wage in Australia has raised heaps. At the time, the young tech, yes, doing that wouldn't have been buying a used PC. He would have been buying and building his own new PC. I know that guy. He still resides in my head at the back. And that's what keeps the used PC parts hustle thriving and drives me to do it. But how can I do it when the deals are just shored up? Everyone thinks their i7's worth $200. It's like 10100F. Why didn't Intel just call it the i7 10100F? Like, seriously. Yeah.
i7 10100 and go up to
Yeah.
i11.
Yeah. Why didn't they just, that's it. Why didn't they just go i7 10100F, i9 107 or i9 10400, i11 10700, i13? Like, they would have done me a big favor. They would have done all of us a big favor.
No, they started going into the cursed territory for like i2.
Yeah. I-256. What is this? What is this? So, anyway. Time to move to Taiwan for a year until the market corrects itself. Oh, Marco, you want me to come over to Taiwan? Do you guys want me to go over to Taiwan? When I get
international borders open? Do we know?
no idea, man. That's another topic for another day.
Taiwanese borders open?
I hope we can make a bubble between Taiwan and Japan. That would be awesome. I can't wait to go to both those places. Yeah, I can't wait to go to both those places. I really like. Yeah, the used scene over there, especially South Korea too. The used scene was just cracking over there, man. Like those Asian countries are so good. Now, like where I'm at on the Gold Coast, it's like guys are just like, hey Brian, what's up? You got some competition and you got it hard, brother. Have you heard of a thing called the F5 key? I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, you know, my F5 key gets a little bit of a workout, but these guys are banging through keyboards every couple of weeks because they're smashing the F5 key so hard. So, anyway, we're going to wrap it down, guys. We're going to wrap it down. What was your relationship? What was my relationship with the late Kevin from Tech Showdown? I love Kev, man. I don't want to get all emotional on live stream, man. Like, that's a hard question, but Kev was like, he was just one of those dudes, man. He was just the dude in the tech scene. Everyone knew him. He was just the guy who was, everyone liked him. He's just such a lovable dude, man. And I regret every day, not physically. Like, I just kept, every time I spoke to him, man, I told him, you got to get out of Taiwan. And it wasn't because of Taiwan. Like, Taiwan's a great place. It was because he broke up with his girlfriend in Taiwan. And I know what it's like to break up with someone overseas and have no support network there for you. I know what that's like. So I told Kevin, I said, you got to get back to New Zealand and just be surrounded by your family and friends. I even told him, dude, come to the Gold Coast, stay at my place for however long you want to stay here for, brother. I need to see you get good. And so that's the hard thing about Kevin, man. Yeah, he didn't like, I mean, he didn't listen. But that's like, at the end of the day, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. And that's the thing about Kevin. It's the one thing, it pains me, man. I don't mind talking about a live stream, whatever. But it hurts, man, it hurts. Because he would have been here today. He ain't here anymore, man. Anyway. Ugh. That one just, it's like, at the same time, it's like, it's frustrating, you know, it's just frustrating. Because, you know, I mean, in hindsight, you can't do anything, right? It's his life. He's got to make his choices. Every man has to make his own choices in life. But I know what it was like. I was probably one of the only dudes around him who knew exactly what he was going through and what he needed to do. That's the hardest thing about Kev. So that was the thing that eats me. It eats me. I mean, did I do my best? You know, should I have just like flown over there and like physically just grabbed him and chucked him on a plane? That was the thing. Because every time I spoke to him, man, I really laid it into him hard. So, anyway, Rest in peace, Kevin. That was, yeah, he was a good dude, man. Such a good dude too. Such a cool dude, man. Nothing bad to say about him. So anyway, let's get back to the questions, man. So, like Leslie, you're asking, like, I don't want to go into that stuff, man. Like, you're starting to go into personal details, man. Like, you know, did he fall into that? Yeah, of course he did, bro. Like, of course he would have fallen into that state, man. Just like, you know. Anyway, let's get back to the tech. So I might have to wind this right. Yeah, it's not a good way to end a stream, man.
You can't end it.
Yeah, you can't end a stream like this, man. Let's get on to, like, someone give me a good question. We'll spin it off. Do you watch any of Joker's videos nowadays? No. You're talking about Joker Productions? No. Anyway. You guys, some of you OGs will know what happened between me. Like, I hope Joker could message me one day and just apologize, like, and just let bygones be bygones, but I've never got an apology from him, man. And I know what Joker did, so yeah. Anyway, so let's keep going. That's another bad note. Can we end the stream on a good note? Damn. Can we end this stream on a good note?
Okay, Brian, top 5 deals that you've seen brand new.
Brand new?
Brand new. Since the used market's not that great, what would you recommend buying at the moment?
I haven't really checked.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the 699 3060 Ti.
Graphics card, like, what's it go to?
CPU's 10100F right now. Yeah. GPU would be 1660 Super on sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
What RAM would you recommend for budget?
With the motherboard, like that's the combo. We did it before in the deals. Like, all those deals would be what I get. H410, H410.
Just click on each of them.
Oh, we'll just show them, like, live. H410 motherboard.
No, just click on one of the links just to show.
Okay, well, I didn't put it all in a cart. Taylor N, thanks for the super chat, man. Oh man, I appreciate it. That's a good way to end a stream. Said I'm handsome. Thanks, dude. That's a good way to make it. 30 Ti. We got GI Pilot 30 Ti. 30 Ti. What's your thoughts? I think there'll be something like that coming. I just don't know when. I don't know how. I'd say February maybe. You'd see a 3080 Ti. That makes a bit of sense. Where do you flip internationally? I can get 3 fan 3070s for MSRP here in Hong Kong. I don't want a person to send me back a brick on eBay. Oh, I wouldn't flip internationally on eBay, dude. You're asking for trouble. Whoa. Not 3070s either. You can get hosed on that, man. No way. So anyway, sorry, I'm not paying attention. 3070, here we go. H410 ASRock motherboard, $78. There it is. So that's what I mean. We had it in here. $78, $83 for RAM, $39 for a case, $45 for a power supply. There is my deals. Like, that's what I'd be going for new parts with a 1660 Super instead. So maybe they've just got a 1660 Super up here. I'd try and get one on sale for like $299 or something. Even one on the marketplace. There might be a 2060. There might be a 1660 Super on the marketplace.
Well, that's the thing with the marketplace. We've just been saying how topsy-turvy it is.
Yeah. Okay.
And switch scenes.
Oh, we got another super chat. Switch
scenes.
Oh yeah. We went to the marketplace. I didn't. Okay. Why Facebook? Why? So we got super chat. Skasha 777X. Have you heard of WeBuy, and what are your thoughts? Have you heard of WeBuy, and what are your thoughts? They're UK based. I've heard of WeBuy. They're in Australia here. They're actually in Australia. WeBuy, yeah. CEX WeBuy. They're different. I think they're a different thing, but they're CEX WeBuy here. They're okay. They used to, like, the problem with WeBuy in Australia is that they take a lot of crap that they don't check properly, and then they flip it. And like, I've had like literally half the stuff I've bought from WeBuy I've had to take back. The good thing is they provide a 2-year warranty. So if you live close to a WeBuy, I think it's really good. If you live far from a WeBuy, I would, yeah.
Same thing for cash converters. Like, there's some that are very inexperienced with checking their stuff, and there's some that are like, they know their stuff.
Okay, so 1660 Super. Oh man, come on, can we? I'm thinking of that Michael Jackson song. You know, the intro is, oh man, she's banging. She ain't banging. Da 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 dee. That girl. Oh man. $320. Like, am I the only guy just staring at this? Like, is this my first live? Yep, this is the first time I've ever gone live. Nissan GTR 786. He's probably wondering, he's like, you're a noob at live streaming. You're a noob at live.
That's like a backhanded insult.
Yeah. Is this your first time live streaming, dude? Like, you really? Is this your first time, Brian? Probably. So, we're going to close it off now. Let's get some good questions in. So, not enough info. What games, Rez? Okay, so you guys are talking to each other. I just bought an RX 570 and a 3800 XT. What GPU should I get? 3800 XT, I'd go for like a 3060 Ti. There we go. We're banging in the 3060 Ti. It's in stock. It's a good price. You don't have to deal with the used shenanigans. That's what I'd go for. Can you do best American accent? Oh yeah, before we close out, we'll do the American accent. We'll answer a couple of questions for you guys in American. So guys, we've got Spont Nation. He's like, we've already answered his question. So, Kill Moves. Kill Moves. Is that a good deal on the Super? No. Like 320, man. Like if we go back to this one, 320, bro. That's like, no. We've got it brand new, right? We just pulled it up brand new for 320 at the retailer. So like they were like, no, dude. Like you want to get used, you want to get some shavings off that dollar value.
Did you say shavings?
Yeah, you want to get shavings off that. So this is 315 versus 320, bro. You're looking at paying more on the used market. Like, don't do that. Let's get back to this beautiful chat session. You guys reckon I'd have 1 million subs if I was just American by now? What monitor for 3080? 1440p, 144 hertz, or 4K 144 hertz? I'd go with the. Can you get 4K 144?
And it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, get the 4K 120 OLED, bro. OLED.
Somebody else asked about the OLED.
I just bought a 9800 GTX. Am I rich, dude, right now? Am I? You gotta redo it, dude. Like, it's gotta be AMMI. Am I rich now? Brian, is my 5960X still good for gaming? Yep. 2700X, Ryzen 5 3600 are around $200. Yep. Get that. Get the, oh no, sorry, he's asking which should I get. Get the 3600 and the B450, bro. The 2700X might be a little bit of an overload on the B450. Well, still Legend's okay. All right, guys, I'm done with this accent. I can't do it anymore. Let's get back. Okay, can't you automate all this searching? What do you mean? Like, I'm doing live.
You can do save searches on
yeah.
Facebook, but like you've got enough.
It's always changing, man. So yeah, you can script it all if you want.
Well, no, you can just go save search and like have it notify you by email, but
yeah. Okay. Show us how to clean that mic you don't like. Oh, the ugly mic. Yeah, okay. So we'll go over now. Let's move over now. So, do we have any AliExpress specials right now? Ooh, AliExpress specials. Let's go back. AliExpress. We'll check it out. We'll check out AliExpress. Let's have a look. AliExpress. Sometimes, like, dude, sometimes the AliExpress have them right on the. You'd be looking at like. What about the 1630 V2? V3 actually. What's? Wow. Okay. Maybe there is some. I gotta check some of this stuff out, man. But like,
it's US.
Yeah, I mean it's US, but like we gotta check some of this out. 1630. Can you pull that up? Is that 4 cores, 8 threads? Maybe this might be a bit of a deal. 1630 V3. Yeah. Maybe this is the Xeon to get.
448 thread, 3.7 gigahertz.
Yeah, it's rocking. But I think you might need. Do you need the X99 board for that?
I have no.
Um.
And Intel will not tell me ever.
Yeah, it's, you know, if you can get a super cheap board. I mean, that's what I mean. You get some super cheap CPUs now, man. So things are going pretty well. Like, yeah. So thanks for the awesome content. You'd appreciate this. Just finished building 4 X58 systems, one with 2 X5687s, one last dance for X58. Yeah, thanks, Devin, for the donation. X58, man, it's coming to a tough close. Like, we're going to get those Windows tests done soon. And we're going to see what the deal is there. Microsoft collaborating.
What that video is.
So when people don't know what it is. So For you guys out there, we're basically going to look into Windows, an early install versus a late install with no updates. Yeah, someone said they're noticing something. I like the way they were talking too. They were so convinced that there was a difference. And so I read that. I read the passion in those comments. And you can read that. And so I think there might be a difference. We just got to check it. There might not be a difference. We'll find out.
Windows 10 versus Windows 10.
That's it.
Windows 10.
Windows 10. Now, it's going to be, we're going to keep it simple. Windows 10 versus Windows 10. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all uncommon. Then we'll find out if these older beloved Xeons are getting deliberately nerfed. Striked hard. Cobra Kai. Yeah, that's it. They're getting Cobra Kai. We're gonna find out if they are. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Love each and every one of you. We're gonna close off this live stream. We did have a shaky start. Sorry about that. I'll probably just cut that start out, and then we'll get going from there. You can just delete it. We had a shaky start, but we came off to a really good finish. You guys enjoyed the chat. You guys stayed around. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're gonna come in live again. I just wanted to, like, again, I'll probably state this for the third time. I just wanted to talk going forward. There is used content coming, but it is getting harder for me to make the used content like I used to, just based on what's going on with the market. So I wanted to kind of live stream with you guys and talk about that and just say going forward, there may be a bit more new stuff, especially when we look at this build right here that we pulled up with the calculator, right? 638 Aussie, 470 USD. That's definitely one to go for if you're on a budget and you want to get into PC gaming. So that would be one that we're going to look at. And yeah, we'll hang out more, guys, in the chat. So let's stay around. Any concerns that you guys have as well, drop those comments. I love reading that stuff. You guys know this is all Tech Yes Club is Tech Yes Club. We ain't going. Yeah, we ain't really going anywhere.
This community. God, I love this community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God, I love this community. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. And hope each and every one of you is staying healthy wherever you are in the world. Make sure you keep your health up, man. I've been speaking to a few people behind the scenes. Everyone's getting stressed out. Like a lot of the YouTubers are getting stressed out. I'm telling them, man. Like, I'm telling you, you got to just take a step back sometimes. Like, actually, for me, this live streaming stuff is actually relaxing. It's soothing. I get to sit back and have a laugh. So it's good. So expect more live streams. Expect more live streams. And I'll catch you guys, and we'll get some Tech Yes loving going on for Christmas, because there's going to be some cool content. And we'll get you that playlist. So we'll catch each and every one of you next time. Peace out for now. We got to wait. How many seconds do we have to wait?
It was 3 or 4.
Okay. Bye. 3, 2, 1.